Here we are.
Beers.
Bangin' beers, baby.
Bangin' beers.
We have a really
long fucking lineup.
It's a very diverse lineup this evening.
So I'll start from our right to left. We have one from New Trail. We're going to get our Irish on early, and we're going to go the New Trail Flannery Irish Style Ale. Then we have 3. You heard it. 3 from Abomination. We have Hop Thing. Only Hell Can Save Us Now. Does This Look Infected? And these are all from the stickers somewhere on the table.
Well, that should be easy to pick up.
Project.
The Branching Out Bottle Shop in Calamus, New York, where my dad is. He picked all these up from us in New York. So these ones. So that's definitely what we're gonna have. We have some other ones that we're not gonna bust out this episode, but this is the Abomination episode. Then we have a Rotunda Papa Hop. And Rotunda and Abomination do work hand in hand with each other, so that's kind of cool. They're buddies. I actually have a glass in there that's like a half Rotunda, half Abomination glass. And then we have 2 from Four Score. We have their Hazy Indian Pale Ale and their Strawberry Banana Sour Milk Sugar. Sour. Yep. And then Yingling Flight. And we're doing the Yingling Flight because it is brand new. I just picked it up at the Black Diamond in Frackville here. I had it. I bought it. And
we're doing this first?
And me and Keith, we'll get it out of the way. And me and Keith Collins enjoyed one. So I have a little bit of pre-review. You as well, because you've had it. You have not yet. So I'll let you guys pour first.
Hey, thanks, Tony, for saying Ben didn't have it either.
I said use 2.
Okay.
You said both of you.
Jesus,
okay.
I'll just pour
right.
some. Oh, that's enough.
I gotta son of a bitch. I gotta fucking blow the guy. You gotta say his name, his address.
Oh, come
We
on.
can post the social security number.
Yeah,
Go easy on that. That's high.
Oh, man.
High alcohol there.
you can give yourself a little more. I have a 6-pack of it.
You bought a
what?
6-pack of it?
Yeah, it's gonna be my show beer for the week.
It should be the palate cleanser.
It's gonna be your hydrator. Sorry.
Give more to Ben if he
Anyone
wants
some
it.
extra hydration?
All right, I want to get a little hydrated.
All right, so Yingling Flight is not made for us. Let's just get that out of the way now. This is not a craft beer for someone like us that likes the triples
It's
and
not
the
a
doubles.
craft beer.
This is solely to be in the market to match Michelob Ultra. One of the biggest selling beers in our area that's not a Yingling is probably your Miller Lights, your Coors Lights, your Michelob Ultras. This is your remedy for that. It has, to me, I never had a Michelob Ultra, so I don't know what they taste like.
Yeah.
But to me, it tastes like a Miller Lite, but it still keeps its characteristics of Yingling. It still has a Yingling profile to it.
I could definitely agree with you on that. Being an avid Miller Lite drinker, so yeah.
Was that sarcasm? Or was that serious?
Not for real.
Yeah, if you go to a bar, I think if you're in a bar and you're like, hey, do I want a Miller Lite or do I support local beer in Pottsville and I have a Yingling Flight, you can't go wrong with either one. I think they're the same beer.
I don't know.
Between a Mickey Ultra and a Dickie Ultra, I'm going with a PBR.
PBR's not available.
You'd have to do like PBR Easy or something.
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
I mean it's an ultralight. I mean it is what it is.
Like if I was at someone's party over the summer, right, and they have a cooler full of beer and there's flights in there, I'm not upset. I can drink these all day and have a good time.
if they're at someone's, like, I personally would not fill my cooler with them. But
Yeah.
I mean if it was at a party and there was
If I was at a party and I knew the people coming to my party are not craft beer drinkers and they are Miller Lite drinkers and Michelob Ultra, I would buy this.
I would buy it. I mean it's cheaper too.
Yeah, and you're supporting local business.
I probably would do maybe a 6-pack and just have a variety in a cooler.
Yeah.
That'd be
Now
a good thing
with
to
me
know.
being as unbiased as I possibly can and giving my review, you can give yours if you'd like. Because I think yours is very fair. I think as someone who is a craft beer drinker, if I'm having Yingling, I'm going to go with the lager. I'm going to go with Chesterfield. Chesterfield has more of that craft taste to me. So for someone, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but Andy's take is kind of, you gave us a chocolate porter, and we thought we were going in a direction where we were getting more creativity out of Yingling, and then you made another light beer when you already have 2 more on your market. right?
Yep,
They're
that is-
coining the market of light beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's my biggest problem. Like, I mean, it's okay for what it is. Like,
Next, they're gonna have a 0 sugar Hershey beer.
yeah, I'm like, that's my gripe. I mean, Yingling has. I mean, I understand what they're marketing and what they're looking for, and they're just trying to make money. But like, they have the tools to do something cool, and I think that'd be cooler if they would go back to their German heritage stuff, like with the box and
Yeah.
the
IPLs.
The IPL was
Yeah.
cool. The summer wheat. I don't really like wheat beers, but it was a good Hefeweizen. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like when they did that. This is just. I mean, it's unoriginal. I mean,
I think what happens is I think they probably did the summer wheats and they did the IPLs, and at the time when they did it, I don't think the craft beer scene was the same level it is right now, and it probably didn't sell. And they're probably like, you know, people don't like this, and they just keep pushing these beers out because they sell because. You know, soccer moms and 40-year-old moms going to the bar at night are going to drink 100 of these fucking things.
yeah,
And they're gonna make-
that's my favorite about the ultralights. It's like, oh, it's a healthy beer, but when you have 8 of them, it kind of doesn't. It kind of doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah.
You're drinking almost 1,000
Kind
calories.
of counteracts the 2 or 3 beers that you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can definitely understand why they made it. I think the bottle looks clean. I think the label looks cool.
It looks great.
Yeah,
it's a nice label. It's a good. I mean, I don't like the clear bottle because it's just going to get skunked real quick. But
Yeah.
I think that's a poor decision. But
I understand why they did it though, to kind of give it that more of that clean
Yeah.
look. But you better sell them quick because if they sit,
mean, it
if they
would've-
sit, you're gonna have a
if it was in
problem.
a brown bottle, it'd be fine too, though.
Yeah, it's, or like how, but you know what would be a cool bottle, like the blue bottle.
Yeah,
I think
the blue would be
I think a
pretty
blue
cool.
bottle would set
That would
set it
pop.
off. Yeah,
That would pop 100% with
Yeah.
the white and the silver and blue. Yeah, that would 100%.
like who has the blues? The Bud Light Platinums. Yeah. I mean, it's not for us. This is not a beer that we're gonna run out and buy. I'll rate it. But I'm gonna rate it based on what it is. I'm not gonna rate it just because, you know, compared to like something we're gonna have tonight. I'll start with you, Jason. What are you gonna give it?
I'm gonna give it a 5, minus 3, a 2.
A 2?
Yeah, I mean, you know, look, it's not what I personally. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be honest.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you know, I'm trying to be fair too. Yeah.
I'm being an outlier because I gave it a 0.25.
Yeah, you know, I mean, like taste wise, it's not bad.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
you know.
it is an okay beer. I'm more like I said. I'm like, there's so many. Like they could have put a new label on Yingling Light and sold, and it would have done fine.
See,
probably.
I didn't like Yingling Light.
I think it
I
doesn't
have to
really
go.
taste that much different than.
I
Especially
have
as
to
it
go
warms
back
up a
and
little
try
bit.
it.
But like Yingling Light's fine. Light Lager's good. I actually like that as a lighter beer that has more character. But I mean, it's 4 more calories, and I think it's 4 more carbs than this. So it's
Yeah.
really not that much heavier.
Yeah, I definitely see your point there, saying, you know, there's not much of a difference between your other one. But yeah, I'll give it a 3.
I probably would give it maybe like a 2.75.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
All right.
2.75.
Well, I know you're not drunk yet, so
No, I would definitely if that was out. So like if I was out somewhere, all right. If I'm out somewhere and the bar doesn't have really good craft selection, and that's in the cooler, and I still want to drive home that night and maybe have 2 beers, I will order that.
Yeah, I'd go with a lager. It's like the same ABV.
Yeah, that's probably.
I'd
true.
rather a standard,
Yeah.
just the regular
A
lager.
bit more flavor too, maybe. I don't know about you guys, but I'm picking up like it smells like
As it gets warmer, it tastes more like premium.
Someone said
You
said it was at the bar. They said it tastes skunk to them, and I was like, that's fucking impossible because it was just brewed like fucking a month, not even
Do you
a
know
month
what it
ago.
smells like to me? The nose off of this, it smells like a grilled hamburger. I'm not shitting you when I say that.
that's a little-
I think it's
It smells like a Yingling.
That
to
smells
me.
like a premium.
that's just
Yeah.
me though. That's just me.
like
I do like
honest-
how Yingling keeps the characteristics of a Yingling
Yeah.
at heart with their beers.
I mean, it very well could be skunked. I mean, if it's in a high lit place with a clear bottle, that's what skunks beer. It's not the temperature change. It's not any of that stuff. It's light.
Well,
Like, that's why you 90% like so many times you'll get like a Heineken or something at a bar and it's skunked because that green bottle lets so much light in compared to a brown bottle.
Yeah.
And it's coming from like Holland or wherever else they brew it. So by the time it gets there, God knows what it was exposed to, especially if it's sitting like in a 6-pack cooler and it's under fluorescent lights and stuff. That's what really kind of nails that stuff down.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you ever had a Corona and you get the skunk, that's why they put a lime in the frickin' beer. You know what I mean?
Actually, That's not why they put a lime.
Oh,
in the
they
beer.
don't. No.
The whole purpose of the lime is because when they used to serve it in Mexico, they would stick a lime in the top of the bottle to keep the flies out of it, and it just kind of caught. People started
okay.
pushing the
Did
lime
not know
into,
that.
and it caught on. And so
Wow.
that's the actual like story of why there's a lime with a Corona.
Well, there you go. Well, hey, I learned something new today. Cool.
There's your little beer history for
I'll
this
take a
evening.
little more nip of that if you.
Yeah, I didn't pour the whole thing.
But I mean, like, if you tasted like the Coronas, they always would taste skunked, or like even like I think like a Beck's or something like that too.
Yeah.
They kind of taste skunky too.
A lot of imports in a green bottle, like even Chesterfield and lager too. Like same deal. There is
Sorry.
there if they sat in too much light, they're going to end up skunked.
All right.
That's why you're better off getting a can. Of
It's a
any of
long
those
lineup
beers.
tonight. That's a long.
You can crank my headphones down just a little more.
You want
please?
more, a little
Yeah.
less off you? Well,
I think that was up, wasn't it?
in your old ears.
A little more. Yeah, a little more. More. Is it all the way?
It's like almost off.
Oh, that's all right. That's fine.
Did it move at all? Did
No,
it change?
I don't think so. It's cool if it's.
Hold on, I'm trying to think. That should be purple, and that should be yours.
I'm blue.
Oh,
Oh,
you
they
know
just
what?
all went out.
I turned Andy's down. No,
Oh.
I turned blue down.
Oh yeah, that's so
They
much
all just
better.
mine went out.
Yeah, mine went out too.
They give a bad cable.
Are you good now?
Yeah, I think you have something's up with one of your inputs or one of the cables.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's like super cool. Nothing's on now.
It was like when you touched mine. Yeah, when as soon as you touch those cables, one of those probably from bending them, you might need to replace it.
Okay.
technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
You can hear it all?
Yeah, I'm good now.
I don't have anything in my headphones.
Yeah,
Hello?
I'm good now.
Yeah, nothing. Oh wait, I think I had something there. No, nothing.
Pull that one
Wait.
out a little bit.
Oh yeah, I think that there we
You
go.
good?
Yeah, I got some. That's good.
Are they adapters
Perfection.
in there or are they?
Yeah, the adapters. to
Okay, you might need to replace one of those or the cable.
The headphones are junk. I got like cheap $20 headphones.
Yeah, so-
I gotta get new ones.
It's just
No,
probably
this
from
is
bending.
a
When you
lot
bend
better.
the input there a little bit, it kind of like breaks off at some point.
Okay. So
there you go.
What do we got? What do we got here, man?
No, this is
your beer.
Jason.
Oh,
This is Jay's.
it's
beer.
a New Trail beer. That's not an IPA. Surprise.
Yeah, I'm pumped, man. I'm excited.
I took
Irish
a nip of
red.
it already, so
Yeah.
I like Irish Red style, so
I like it just solely because it's just not an IPA.
Wow.
that is
I like
good.
that.
I like that. It's nice and malty.
Now that.
Little
get-
slight roast to it.
I get a little caramel in it.
Yeah, there's that little bit of caramel.
Oh yeah.
Like it reminds me of Schmittix, like when it's not on nitro.
Now that's a good. That's
good
a good
Irish
malt.
beer.
That's a good malt flavor to it then
Yeah.
too. Like that's
Wow.
like liquid caramel at the back end. I don't know. I mean,
No, you don't like it?
I mean, look, I'm an IPA drinker, so I don't like to damn everything that's not an IPA. But for me, if you want my honest opinion, let me take one more sip and I'll tell you.
One more chug. Let me get it out. Let me just knock it out of here.
2.5.
2.5.
It's just not my thing, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
Fair
saying
enough.
it's hard for me with some of this beer because like it's not typical beer that I drink, So like for me, it's not bad, but if I like that kind of beer, it'd probably be a lot higher, to be honest.
That's
But-
fair.
But for me, it's just kind of middle of the road,
I was actually very interested when this came out and this was put out because New Trail makes some banger IPAs, and this is the first one I had that's not that. So I was interested, and I won't get too far. I think it's a good beer. What do you think, Andy?
I like it. It's an I like Irish Reds.
Have you ever had I think it's called like this. Sorry, the drunk SOB, like it's like the shit face SOB from Flying Dog. Their Irish beer.
No, I haven't.
That's pretty good too.
But I mean, it's a solid. Like, it's nothing
I thought you were gonna blow
spectacular.
your nose without muting it. I was like, you fucking savage.
It's nothing spectacular. It's nothing like. It's a good drinker.
Yeah.
Like I personally, I love my IPAs, but I do get burnt out on them
yeah, I
Sometimes.
agree with you on that.
because sometimes they'll lot anymore blend together to me. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously the ones that really stand out, but
yeah.
Where did you pick this up, Jason?
Up in Bloomsburg.
Another Bloom pickup.
Yeah.
All right.
Bloom Brews.
Yeah.
What do you got here?
I'll give it a 3.25, just solely because it's just a different style. It's kind of like a nice break from the IPA.
Did you give your score?
3.25.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Like, I just like just the taste overall. It's just different. It's just something to kind of like be like, all right, cool. Try and purge an IPA from your system. That's a good way.
How
to go
many of
about
these
it.
can you have?
I probably can do 2, maybe 3, if
I would have. This is not saying it because it's a bad beer. I would have one. Say, cool, I did it, and I would switch to something else.
Yeah.
What about you?
It's not an all-day drinker, but I could have 2 or 3 pints.
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah.
I actually think this one might be even better. It warms up a little bit.
possibly. Mm-hmm. It has like those notes. Let me look at it quick. So it has smooth, caramely, malt, bitter,
Definitely
and
malty.
bread.
Yeah, it's very malty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the good malt, not the bad malt where they're malt bombs. If you like,
Yeah, it's
beer
not like
say.
an IPA that went bad.
Yeah,
I gave it a 3.25 as well. I'm in the same boat as you guys.
Neutral just makes like good beer. Pretty much no matter what it is, it's just not something I typically would drink.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I don't want to be too, harsh. It's
Yeah.
just kind of down the road for me.
No, it's not your style.
I would drink another one of them. In fact, I have another one of them.
Do you?
But like I wouldn't go ape shit drinking them.
Yeah.
I would definitely say like Neutral just makes like good, like traditional, like straightforward beers.
They're
just how they do it, and that's just the way to go about it. Keep plugging away at it.
Man.
That's how I feel.
They're
super solid.
Their hazy IPAs is their thing. That's
Yeah.
where they shine. They know it. It's obvious that they like doing it. I mean, I have actually another new IPA from them that I didn't bring because they just every other week there's one. It's either a Dippa or
Dippa. It's like the new podcast thing, the Dippa.
or the
Dippa.
just an IPA, man. So yeah.
You got to go to a tap takeover this week.
Yes, for Rusty Rail did the Washington Hotel, so that was pretty cool.
That is pretty neat.
Good for the Washington.
Yeah, dude, they have a mug club now too.
Really?
Yeah. But they've been actually doing that a lot lately in Minersville because Minersville's kind of lacking right now.
So what exactly is the mug club?
So I didn't ask the details of it. You pay whatever for the mug, and then like when you come, you get discounted drafts.
Okay.
Yeah, like in Danville, they have a mug club at Old Forge,
Yeah.
and basically what it is you have your own mug. It's there.
Yeah, it stays there.
When you go, like they pull it and they fill it up for you, and it's slightly bigger than if you got a pint of beer. So you actually get more beer in the mug, and then at the end of the year, you keep the mug. And then you join again. You have the opportunity to join again. And there's a new mug.
Do they have a good selection of craft beer there?
I'm honestly not sure what their normal selection looks like because I honestly don't take advantage of it that often. But
Yeah.
they've been doing some tap takeovers lately. They did a few months ago. They did Chatty Monks was there.
It was just weird it on a Wednesday night.
Yeah. I don't know why, but maybe that was when the availability was. They've done it on a Thursday before and stuff too. So they had Chatty Monks there not too long ago. They had Fagley's there back in the summer. I think that was the first one they did. They had someone else, I think, too. I can't remember, but no, it's pretty cool. Like it was like, and I think it was like $12 for the flight.
What were the beers from Rusty Rail? Do you recall?
They had the Afterglow, which was the IPA with the cranberry and rye.
That's really good.
Yeah.
They had Fog Monster.
Oh, that's a good one. I've had that on tap.
that
at
was
my
really
house,
good.
yeah.
Fog Monster. They had their Emerald King. It was a chocolate mint stout.
Not to interrupt, I saw they did Fog Monster recently with something in it. It was exclusive.
Yeah, I saw. I think
like
I did see that.
cucumber or something. I can't remember what it was. I could actually find out, but yeah.
Some of those one-off fruits or ingredients really fucking bring the beer out. Like, I'll just bring this up too. I had a Pizza Boy, the Legendary series. It was a plum milk sugar IPA. Was that fucking phenomenal? That was actually a really good tasting beer, and I kind of wish that they made it in cans because, damn, that was different.
They actually did a Fog Monster with coconut and lime, and they did a pomegranate Fog Monster.
I don't know about the coconut and lime.
Yeah, their chocolate mint stout, which tasted like a thin mint. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then they had their like Imperial Coffee Wolf King.
Yeah, I like that's my favorite stout. From
You would
them.
have hated that one, Tony.
Hands down, my favorite beer from them is Multi Gigantic.
Yeah, that's really
That's
good.
their Dippa.
Yeah.
That and I like their Imperial Fool's Gold Hefeweizen.
Yeah,
that's a
that
good
one
one,
was
too.
awesome.
Yeah.
The peanut butter one.
Yeah. I love
That's a good beer. Yeah.
I love the fact how they do like Imperials. They're like, fuck it, we're not giving you regular, we're giving you Imperial
Yeah,
because
it's
we
like
like you guys that
8%
much. You know what I mean?
peanut butter
Like,
Hefeweizen.
yeah.
And I don't normally like Hefeweizens, but like
Yeah.
that one's really good.
I
Like it
agree.
doesn't have that clovey banana-y to it.
Yeah, no,
it
that's-
tastes like peanut butter.
that's
Peanut butter,
good beer,
banana.
yeah.
Like if you ever had the peanut butter ale from Marley's, I thought that was good until I had Fool's
Yeah,
Gold.
Pack Dog peanut
Yeah,
butter.
until I had Fool's Gold, I'm like, holy crap.
And then you got to talk to Brewer? Or?
He's their
Rep?
directory of the brewer, actually. He does
Okay.
all their PR and stuff too. So his name was Guy. So it's a cool dude.
And he's open to a show?
Yeah, he said that they'd be interested. So
His first thing was, can he curse?
yeah,
Fuck
That's
yeah,
what I was saying. And he had a
that's the
mullet
best
too.
thing.
Huh?
He asked if what we thought about mullets, and then took his hat off and had a mullet. Was wonderful.
Dude, we need him on the show.
Yeah, he seemed like a
my
really cool
God.
dude. So.
He's
Wild
you,
card.
you can have your mullet and you can curse, brother.
Yeah, so-
we want you on the Bangin' Beer Army.
Yeah, so I shot him an email today, so we'll see what we
That's
set up.
awesome.
Cool, man. I'm
like
pumped. We're gonna stay on Jason's beers here.
Whoa.
So we're gonna go to the
Whoa.
Rotunda, and then we're gonna hit the 3 Abomination, and then the 2 4 score.
I actually like the can art on this beer.
Yeah.
Papa
and
Smurf
when I was down there to pick this up, I actually saw Steve does all the artwork for them. I saw the original art, like they had it there by the counter. So
He, I have a buddy Tanner who actually has a Papa Smurf tattoo. Yeah.
good for him.
I always think of Chris Farley and Tommy Boy as like when they were fighting out in front of the reptile land. It's like what Papa
the
Smurf's
reason
saying
the
there.
reason to me that Abomination and Rotunda stick out very heavily to me as beers
Man, I got a whiff of that already.
is not
Hey
only
now. Holy. That's a 9.8, by the way.
Oh Jesus!
Wow.
Does it bring the
that
gang?
smells like
Yeah, I got it like right away, man. I know that smell, man. I love my
like a
IPAs,
pineapple
and I
coconut
got it right
dank.
away.
That's what I smell. I smell a little
There
bit.
we go.
I'm gonna
You
get,
know
what?
I'm gonna get a hair more.
Yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. Man.
Ooh. I really, really enjoy both Rotunda and Abomination's can art. They have some of the best can art, to me anyway. I love their can art. What is this one called?
Papa Hop.
Papa Hop.
Papa Hop.
Ooh, I love that smell, man. I got it right away as soon as I cracked that.
It smells delicious.
Came wafting out.
I'm trying to see what it's made with. I think we didn't really do what the other
Imperial
ones.
Double Dry Hop IPA.
Papa Hop. Someone talk. All right, I found it. Papa Hop 9.8. Let's see what we got here. Just trying to find more information. 3 friends have already checked it in and gave it its average is a 4.08. It has 43 check-ins with 4.06. So it has 59 total check-ins, which is this is very low on the scale here. I'm trying to find what's actually in it, or what it's made of, what's going on here.
Andy's making some strange faces.
There's something in there that I say so familiar, but I can't place it.
It's a dry IPA.
Yeah, it's very dry.
That's dry. Wow.
It smells fantastic. I wish I.
Oh,
had
it smells very good.
I wish I had a candle of this. It's like we're just taken back by the silence.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
I just want to keep smelling it. I hope it smells as good as it tastes.
It's like a citronella candle. It smells.
I wouldn't go.
awesome.
I mean, I was saying it smell like citronella.
It's not a bad thing. I like the smell of citronella. People think that, well, that's just beer guys. I'm plugging them. They're like, if you like the smell of citronella candles, you're a Nazi.
I don't like the smell.
I like citronella.
Yeah.
I don't see the
I'm
correlation.
Yeah,
there,
I don't
but-
get that either.
Okay.
No,
I
I
They,
just
they
don't
just
like-
don't, the
I
one
don't
guy
like
they
bugs
just
near
don't
me.
like the smell of it. I'm like, I like it. I'm like, hey, fuck you guys. I've been listening.
See Kyle.
there.
I
think it's that Sabro hop.
thought there'd
Like,
be
it's-
more flavor to it. It is very cold. I should probably let it sit for a second or two here. It's tasty though.
I'm gonna weigh in last on this one.
Okay.
You guys go first.
Well, let's we're kind of ripping through it here, and we only
Yeah,
have,
we've
we
been
have
ripping
quite a
through the
bit,
past
you
few
know.
fucking shows.
Has anyone else done anything beer related during the week, or seen
What
some
did I
news?
do?
or
Anything beer related? No, not really. Been
Have you seen
kinda
any
like-
news that excites you? Anything going on?
I actually have some information.
What do you got?
So I kind of saw on Untapped that you can rate beers in less than a quarter.
How do you do that?
Well, that's the catch. You have to actually be a sponsor to do it. But I saw that, like, so you can rate a beer, I guess, instead of like in increments of 0.25, you can rate it in between anywhere. So you could rate a beer like 3.18 or 3.22 or whatever, you know. But to do it, you have to be like a supporter.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I have beer events happening this weekend in the February of 28th to the 1st. That's not going to matter because this episode is going to come out next Sunday, so that's not...
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, like, Rotunda has a release this week. They're doing a juicy IPA, but by the time you guys
hear this,
fart this out, you know, like, it'll be gone. You know?
I can give some cool news for us. So I have a little bit of some information.
I am going to mention one thing, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, anyhow, I saw that... one brewery that I really would like to go to, but due to the fact it's like a 4-hour long ride, I'm
Jesus Christ.
like from the other side of the state.
Yeah.
It's a place called Shoe Brew, and they do like all video game inspired,
Yeah,
like
I've
Super
seen that,
Nintendo
yeah.
inspired like beers. And they did two of them that are like Yoshi's Egg or something like that. There's a green and a red one, and the flavor profiles on those sound ridiculous. One had like an orange,
I think I saw
like
that.
orange custard, and then the other one had like a little bit of a mint back finish to it, back half.
That's weird.
I'm like, I would like to try that. But I would like to really go to that brewery. That would be definitely one if we couldn't swing Trillium this year. That would be a one I'd like to go to.
Man.
Potentially. I'm just saying.
So March, we're going to be pretty busy. When it comes to, we have on the 8th of March. Now, these won't release on the 8th. We're going to be there on the 8th. And then it'll probably, what I think I'm going to do is when we have an episode where we go out of, like, if we go to a bar, we're going to be at McNiff's on the 7th. So we're going to be on the 7th of March. We're going to be at McNiff's on location. We're going to be there at 3. We're probably going to be out of there by 5:30 the max.
Gotcha, yeah.
Because I'm leaving, and I'm going to go see the play Clue in the Majestic Theater in Pottsville. So we'll be there for 3 hours. I think that's good.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
We're going to try some Irish beers. And then the next day, we're going to be in Harris Family Brewing Company, which is the first black-owned brewery in the state of Pennsylvania, which is really, really cool.
For that too.
Very nice guys. We met them at Brewfest. So we're going to be at their brewery on the 8th. So what I'm going to do is if an episode, we film an episode every Friday night. So behind the curtain, little behind the fourth wall break, we're filming this on a Friday. This comes out, then we wait till next Sunday to film it. So we're always a week behind. So I think when if we do like an episode on Friday, and because technically Friday is when Tornado Tag comes out, and then usually Saturdays I don't have any content. So I think what we're going to do is when the Saturday after, so like the 14th, you expect the McNiff's episode. And that'll be the week before St. Paddy's Day. And then Harris Brewing Company, expect that on the 21st. And then on the 15th, we're going to go to Liquid Noise, which just opened their brand new building. That'll come out on the 28th. And then the 22nd, we're going to be at 1787. And that will come out on May 4th.
April 4th?
April 4th, sorry. Yep, I read something. Yeah, April 4th.
That's a big jump.
Whoa.
Hey now.
You're
April,
like, what the hell, Tony?
and then we have 2 breweries in April. We have Bonsai on Easter Sunday, so we're going to drink with God with Bonsai. I need to find a Yokozuna shirt for that day.
You got a lot of time.
Yeah, and then the 19th, we're going to be at Hidden Stories, which they show us so much love and support on Instagram and share our stuff all the time, so I'm excited for that. Then in May, we have... Now, we won't be filming all of these, but we're going to be filming definitely. We're going to be on location on the 16th at Brewfest in School County, downtown Pottsville. The week before that, I will personally be there. If anyone else wants to go, you're more than welcome to get a ticket. I think I'm going to the earlier morning one. We're going to be at the Renaissance Fair Brewfest. It's a fucking blast.
I think I might join you on that one.
Then the 23rd, we're taking that weekend off. And then the 30th, we're going to be going to Burke's Pepper Jam. I'll be going with you on that one.
Yep.
So we'll be that'll be our our brew fest there. And then on the 17th of May, we have Vegetable Hunter signed up for an interview. Now, things can change. We may have more that slide in there. So the 3rd, don't book anything for the 3rd. I'm going to see Fozzy. That's just happening.
Maybe going to see Fozzy as well.
So here's the cool thing with Fozzy. That show actually turned into iRock Radio's birthday show.
Oh, nice.
And I interviewed the guy from iRock, and he's like, do you want to come up for the birthday show? I was like, fuck yeah, I do.
Nice.
I'll be there. We'll hang out. So hopefully something cool happens with that. If I get to touch Jericho, I'm never washing my hand.
Or if you get a Tornado tag sticker, or if he wears a shirt, that'd be pretty wild too.
Just give him a pin. Jericho, wear this pin. What if he came out fucking had a pin on his fucking
Tornado?
You're going to make
tag.
the list.
I will fucking 100% make the list. But yeah, so that's some breweries we already have booked. If you're a brewery, or I'll even throw this out there, you're a brewery, you're a home brewer, or you're a local bar, and you want us to come to your establishment and show off your beer list, or you want to try some beers, let's do it. Let's work something out. We'll come. I'm not saying the whole cast will be there. The whole show will be there, but we'll definitely try to get at least 2 or 3 of us out there.
I got a guy that's a home brewer in Catawissa, and actually the coconut porter that Appalachian Brewing Company brews is actually his recipe.
Oh.
And also he has his own, I think it's the Centralia Ailers that he goes by, and he actually likes some of our stuff, John Slaughterback.
Okay.
So he does brew his own beer, and he actually does like Belgian triples and stuff too. He does like a wide variety of stuff.
Awesome. So here's the cool thing about going and seeing breweries
he'd be a really
and
good
meeting
one.
home brewers. I don't know the process, what goes into making beers. So it's a good way for us to learn to be more educated. Mm-hmm. I am learning a lot more listening to It's Just Beer podcast, because 2 of those guys are brewers.
Yeah.
So I had the beer burps already. and they do talk a lot about like different hops and what hops are really popular and which ones they like and which ones stand out. And I'm like, man, them hops really stand out to me as well. And they're a fun podcast. They're a really good time.
I really like how they're picking out different flavor profiles in with them too, and how their actual tastes really differ from each other too.
They made a good point too, like where people are like, oh, this is made with Pompeii. I taste the Pompeii. If you've never eaten a fucking Pompeii in your life, don't sit there and say you taste it, because you
mean a pomegranate?
Yeah, like, or if anything, like, or it's like this is the fucking juicy fruit. Like if you've never had that, fucking shut the fuck up, because you can't get that. You're not getting that profile out of there. If you never, and that's me. I've never.
Yeah.
I'm a picky eater. I don't fucking try half the stuff on the planet.
Pretty much, I look at the can. If they tell me that it's that, then I'll
take
try
their word
and pick
for
it
it.
out.
I guess
You know what I
you're
mean? That's how I look at it.
That weird
I will
thing,
pick it out. If I know what it is, I'll try to pick it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to hang out with them in June.
That's gonna be fun.
They want us to come sooner, but we're packed. We're packed to the gills.
I
Between
know.
Brewfest and breweries, we're packed.
They're like, no, the anticipation is gonna be there. It's kind of like I'm gonna make a reference here. Banjo Kazooie. You hear about Gruntilda that whole entire time, and like you're building up to that battle for it. But
Wow,
we're not gonna have a battle. We're gonna have
That was a weird
quite
reference.
a few drinks.
Strange reference.
I'm not kidding you. That's how it is. Like you're
If
like
they've never
you see
showed you
Gruntilda.
Gruntilda, and then
Well, like they show her, but like you're just building up to the point where like you're making that
that's every
journey.
video game, Ben.
But still, though, it's Banjo Kazooie. People love Banjo Kazooie, though.
You could have said Bowser. You could have said fucking who's the main guy?
Again.
Yeah, like you could have said
Banjo Kazooie.
You're such a fucking weird guy, and I love you. All right, Ben.
So does beer.
Ben, what is you're fucking still have half a glass. Andy, what do you think of Pop?
It's all right. I think it's kind of grassy.
It's interesting.
Like it's got like an earthy grassiness to it.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it's hot. I mean, once like the hop like kind of simmers down, it's lemony too. Like it's decent. Like I don't think I could drink a lot of them though.
I could pick the citrus out of that then, too.
What would you score this?
I gave it a 3.25.
Okay. I have this weird, I don't know what it is, but it just sticks on the back of my, like the top of my mouth, but on the very back. It just sits there. It's still sitting there right now. Like I'm like, I want to scrape it off. With that being said, I don't think it's a terrible beer, but this is probably one, and I like Rotunda a lot. Like, so I don't want to say like, oh, I like all Rotunda's beers because they do the sweet tarts and the flavored beers. 'Cause
Yeah.
they do an amazing job making flavored beers.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge fan of the Ultimate Sin. I still think that's one of the top IPAs I've ever had for being as strong as it is. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah.
This one did not hit it for me as much as others. I'm going to give this a 3.5. I still think it's high. I gave it a high score, but
Yeah.
I kind of expect a little more. Maybe if I understood a little more what I was expected to taste here. 'Cause
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not a smart beer drinker. I just drink it. It has a weird lingering aftertaste.
Don't forget, we kind of go off of the descriptions then too, and see if we could pick it out from there. It's kind of like
and what this
train
comes
us,
up is
educate us.
hoppy, smooth, acidic, subtle, and thin. I mean, I get all that, but I have that weird residue on the back of my throat that I don't know.
I think that's kind of like the Sabro, because it's not like a common hop that's used in a lot. Like you always see your mosaics and your galaxy.
Yeah, that was the thing with this one, the Sabro. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
that Sabro hop. It's
I don't
it's
hate
like-
it.
Like the character
it's weird.
of a
It's one of those
Sabro.
ones that
So it has like tangerine, coconut, tropical fruit, stone fruit, hints of cedar, which is where a lot of I think the earthiness is coming from. Mint and cream. So I mean, it's a weird hop compared to what normally you're used to in the IPAs.
Yeah, I don't dislike it, but it's not something I would probably not go back to it.
Sabro hops, they're just a little that's just a fucking weird hop, because I think we had a beer at one point where we were like, holy shit, what the fuck's wrong with this beer? It was on our Not Cool in High School show, because I broke it open, and we were just like,
The Rotunda one.
no, it was Interborough. It was like
'Cause
way back.
We had that one Rotunda beer that when you grabbed it, it felt like it was empty. Like it was over carbonated, right?
Yeah, I've had overcarbonated beer.
Right. And then when we cracked it, it smelled like rotten eggs. It smelled like sulfur, right?
Yikes.
And I was like, I can't drink this because the smell. Like it was, and then as soon as you got the pressure out of it, it felt like a full can. It was so weird. And he poured it, and we still each got a good pour out of it, but it felt like it was completely empty. And then when you poured it and you're about to drink it, if you didn't plug your nose, all you smelled was sulfur, and it smelled awful.
Yeah.
But when you tasted it, it tasted like a normal beer. It was like it was a weird thing that happened during the canning process.
yeah,
I don't know what it was, but it was just different.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So what do you score in this one, Ben?
I'd probably go with Andy on a 3.25. Like, honestly, like if you just had something that you just wanted to, that could definitely be a crushable beer. An IPA. I think it'd be
9.85.
in a way, like if you're just like, you just did not give a shit, you're just like, you had a long day, or you did a lot of Saturday chores, and you hit 3 of those up, you're flying.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of curious to try a not dry hop version. Like I usually love double dry hop, but I'd be kind of curious to try just a standard hopped one and see how that came out.
I wouldn't know what they mean by that when they say double
So
dry.
when basically there's 2 cycles. So when you dry hop a beer, it's like you brew your beer, you throw your hops in it in the boil. Then while it's fermenting, you dump a bunch of hop leaves in it, and it kind of gets a different character of the hop in it. And it's just the different like tiers of how you do it.
Okay.
So double dry hop is they dry hop and then they dry hop it again.
Okay. So I was talking to Keith before we got here tonight at Black Diamond, and we had a Yingling flight together and talked.
I love how it's just like in conversation, it's like we both had a Yingling flight.
Well, he
as
bought
we were
one. He's like,
talking.
"You want to try one before you go to your show?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I didn't have one, and I waited for because he knew I was coming to buy a 6-pack. So he goes, I didn't try it until you got here because I wanted to have one with you." And I said, "All right, cool, and that's fair, Keith. I love you to death. I love your family. I'll do anything for you." So we had a beer together. That's why I was super late. The whole show was here before me, and it's in my own house. Well, except you.
Hey, I was on time though, at least.
Yeah. I walked in and they're all here like, "What the fuck, man?" I was like, "Sorry. I was having beers." But so they went out last weekend, and their dad, Eddie the second, right? Because Eddie's the third. The dad had at the same bar, he was drinking the Bells. And that's was a 10 or a 9.8.
The Hop Slam?
Yeah, the Hop Slam. It's a high ABV. It's hot. It's a strong beer. It doesn't drink like a high ABV.
No.
We had it last week on the show. His dad had a bunch of them, and they're like, "Holy fuck, Dad's hammered!" Like, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't get drunk. That's not his thing. But it caught up to him because it drank so smooth, and he had so many, and they were like, "Yo, he was a mess."
Remember my brother, the first time he ever had Mad Elf, like he had like 3 or 4 of them. He's like, "Yo, these Mad Elves are awesome." I'm like, "Wait, what are you drinking?" And I'm like, "How many in are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm my 4th." And I'm like,
You're fucked.
Like, you know how much that is, right? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, that's like 11.9. But he's like, what?
Yeah,
And it all hit him at like once.
I had a bad Mad Elf night, and it's one of those beers where if I crack it open and I taste it, it brings me right back to that night. Yeah, I do like it, but I had a real bad night of it one night.
Again, great college story about that. Basically got
You told
a
it
whole
already.
case. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a case and you wait for first snowfall.
Hey, you're the one that repeats stories too. I can repeat one or two every once in a while.
All right, next time you can repeat it.
Okay.
Jason, who you waited till last for Papa Hop?
For me, it's...
You've already shit on New Trails, Dreams, and Hopes
It kind of goes between like a 3.5 and a 3.75. Like
Okay.
3.5 for the taste, 3.75 because they mask the alcohol so well in it, because there's no hint of alcohol in the beer, and it's a 9.8.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's why I gave it a 3.5, just because of how hot it is and how smooth it is.
Yeah.
It's not boozy or astringent
No,
or anything.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's very oily tasting. Like, I get a lot of, like, it's very slick in my mouth for some reason. It's got an oily kind of taste to it. I actually bought a sixtel of this, so yeah.
In your house?
Yeah, so this is going to be...
So you're committed.
Yeah, so this is going to be on tap at my house actually tomorrow, probably.
So, Jason, if you ever have like a Saturday night where you want to kill something, if I have something fun to do, maybe we'll try to plan it for a weekend very soon.
Yeah.
Jason has the tap system with the Caketron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, you said it right.
Yeah,
Good job, Tony.
And he has an old school arcade cabinet, and we take turns playing like NFL Blitz and
Nice.
NBA Jam and all these old like
Nice.
games, and we have a fucking blast.
That'd be awesome.
So with that 9% on tap, and Heidi's gonna sit there in the living room and play with the dog, and we're gonna get fucking smoked and play arcade games.
It would be a good time to come over, because accompanying Papa Hop is actually King Sue from Toppling Goliath.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, which I'm super psyched to have that on draft.
You ended up
because
getting a sixtel of that?
I got a $6 King Sue,
Holy
and it
shit.
was buku bucks.
But hey, you're...
It was the most I ever spent on beer in a $6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Party at Jason's.
That'll be
house.
here on Monday.
Yeah, that is actually supposedly one of the...
I love King
best
Sue. Yeah. Toppling
tasting.
Goliath makes
Even
amazing
for a
Yeah,
Even
everything
for
that's
a
happened
shelf
has been pretty
beer.
good.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
So anyways, 3.5 for me. It was a good attempt, but a little, yeah. But, I'll power through it, trust me.
You know,
Won't
I
be
was-
a problem.
Listen, I would definitely have a great time with that beer. It's just-
Dude, at 9.8, when I start drinking that, good night. I'll be
Yeah,
fine,
I agree with you on that.
It won't be a problem.
I think there's 2 labels tonight that I'm going to peel off and try to stick on the table. This is the first one. For some reason, even as a kid, I fucking love Swamp Thing. My dad used to be like, "What am I fucking buying you? Like a Leaf guy?" I'm like, "No, I love his toys. I just like the toys." I never watched the show growing up,
Yeah.
but I was obsessed with the toys. So there's people who were Toxic Avenger guys, and there was Swamp Thing guys. I was a Swamp Thing guy.
What about Man Thing?
No, I was more of a Swamp Thing. Well, and then I found out later that I guess because I was just born to be a DC fan, Swamp Thing's a DC character.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know how true this is. Maybe we'll do it on a Not Cool in High School. But I think the creator of Swamp Thing is from Pennsylvania.
Oh, Bernie Wrightson you're talking about.
Guy's an amazing artist, man.
Oh, my. He died not too long. Like
Is he
2
from
years
PA?
ago. I don't think he is.
I don't think he is either.
Oh.
But
No,
amazing
but his
artist.
art. Oh, yeah.
It might not be the artist, but
Very,
the guy who
very good.
created the idea of Swamp Thing. I'm going to look it up after I pour it.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Hop Thing
That came out a little bit swampy, too. I kind of like that.
by Abomination. This is a
Steam
New
cans.
England style double dry hot. Another dry dipper. 6.9. So not as high as the Rotunda. But here we go. Let me look that up real quick. Swamp Thing.
I actually have the first appearance of Swamp Thing.
What comic has it been?
House of Secrets 92.
You fucking nerd.
I actually had 3 of them at one point, but I wanted to trade them for that Cap 74. So now I'm only down to 1.
By Lynn Wein and Bernie
Wrightson.
Wrightson. Let me
Yep.
check where.
I took a little bit more than I did.
I need a little more. I have more in there, can whoever wants it. So, all right. So I'm already debunked. So Lynn Wein is from New York City.
Yeah.
I guess I had bad information. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens.
Okay. So it's not too far, but Bernie's from Maryland.
Okay. Yeah, he's just a stellar artist. He did one piece. It was like Frankenstein's monster. You should see the detail in that. Like he like exercises the grayscale in like the best way possible. Like all the detail. Like it looks fucking spooky as shit. It's a phenomenal.
The Swamp
piece.
Thing show on the DC Network, I heard, is really good.
But you know what ended up happening with that then, right?
Halfway through, they canceled it, right?
They basically like blew like a huge. They made like a huge budget. Like they only had like so much, but they blew up way more than they should have. That's why it was so good.
All right.
So,
Go ahead.
first thing it smells like melon.
So it's hazy, citrusy, juicy, and fruity are the profiles.
When I
here.
first started to like taste it or brought it up in my nose, I almost thought it was like a sour for some reason.
It has a great smell.
It smells like melon. To me, it does anyway.
Yeah, it has a fruity smell.
Like it's like a Midori almost.
Fruity.
That's good.
Just to give you an idea, that's Bernie Wrightson right there. That's.
I think
his
I have a
artwork.
few original Swamp
That's
Thing
fantastic.
comics actually somewhere. at
That's
the house.
like
Yeah, no,
You know
I'm
that.
very familiar
Yeah,
with this
he-
art.
that-
yeah.
Wow.
late Bernie Wrightson's original Frankenstein art for Marvel cover just sold for over $1 million. That sold for $1 million. That's well worth your money.
It's hanging in Ben's house.
Yeah. No.
We'll play a game, Ben. How much was that comic? But all right, so when
14K. I dropped it.
holy fuck, he just did it.
What?
He just told you the price of the comic.
I don't believe him.
All right.
Ben wouldn't bullshit you.
Well, I'm sorry, Ben.
Okay.
It's half my house payment. Just putting that down there. I don't know, man.
It's very carbonated.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't.
Like it's super fuzzy.
Like
Yeah,
a
I'm not-
fuzzy navel.
You waited last time, so you're going first here. You already chugged it, which is probably not a good sign because if you chugged it, you probably didn't like it.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you know, it's between
You're the Simon Cowell of the show.
It's kind of between like a 2.75 and
Wow.
like a 3 for me. Like I I wish I could split it down the middle. I mean, it's just
I don't think you're too far off.
I don't know. You know, I'll give it a 3. That was my initial impression. I mean, the can art's fucking rad as shit.
Love-
But
Yeah, the
love
can
that,
art's
yeah.
awesome.
Who's the guy who does the art for Abomination? Do you know his name?
Name's right. Henzy, Henzy.
Henzy,
Yeah.
He's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, he's all right.
This one tastes kind of dry to me, too.
Well, it's a double dry.
Well, no, it's a dry hopped, but I'm like dry like a Chardonnay.
I'm gonna give it I'm just gonna go with a 3. That was
3?
my initial impression. Yeah.
Okay, Ben. Don't do the weird smacking thing. We already got in trouble for that last episode. We had people who won't listen to last episode because we
This-
smack too much.
I mean,
have, like, a weird
maybe you
phobia.
want to look on Untapped to see what people are saying, but
Oh yeah, I should probably do that.
you maybe want to tell after people score it, you know?
I don't know.
I'll do that real quick while Ben's
Yeah.
fucking smacking his lips.
God damn it, Ben.
This averages a 3.60. It has 1,989 check-ins. 3 of my friends checked in, and it averages a 3.5. Which, all right, it's brewed with flake oats and wheat, hopped with double dry hopped and Zappa, Citra, and Mosaic. Beware of the hop thing. I tend to like Citra and Mosaic.
Zappa, I'm not a huge.
Zappa, yeah, that's a new hop for me. I don't know what. You know what? I'll look up characteristics of it just quick.
Already on it.
Oh, all right.
Sorry, I was thinking the same thing as you said it.
You shot from the hip and hit your target. Good job, Andy.
All right, so on can, it gets almost the same view, like the same as a draft. But serving size, like serving has, you know, it could vary because some people don't know how to fucking click a button right. So that could be varied. But on can, it gets a 3.6. On draft, it gets a 3.67. This is the most detail I've ever went into a beer ever on the show. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the Zappa hop is essence of passion fruit, mint, spice, tropical fruits, and fruity pebbles. So that's where like that melony like nose is coming from.
Okay.
I could maybe get a little bit of that passion fruit because that's
If
just
you've
the
already
taste.
checked it in,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I don't really get the mint, but I mean that's just the hop could. That's just what characters of the hops they are. They might not come out in this beer.
I think they just get like 3 people and be like, okay, so we brewed this beer. Like,
What do you think?
General consensus just from the 3 people that tried it, or 4 people, or 5 people. This is what we taste, and they throw in the profile. Boom, done.
Yeah, I mean I feel like
Nothing
this one's
wrong with that.
So I tried to give branching out a purchase location thing, and it's not showing up.
Oh,
So I tried.
like I feel like it's overcarb too.
Okay.
now don't forget though too.
Nothing cool on the bottom of the can.
Well, I'm looking to see if it has the can date.
Bottom, it's like on the rim.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it though.
That would be where it's at.
It's a
but
code.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell.
See, with 12% Beer Project, from what now Josh told me about it, they basically brew the beer, and then 12% Beer Project buys whatever they can, and they can it, and then they distro. They go through distro with it, and that's how they would go about
so
it.
Abomination is. So when it comes to scale, Abomination might be the smallest scale when it comes to the what we have on the table. I don't know Fourscore, but I know Abomination. I do. I could be wrong. Abomination sometimes brews out of Rotunda. They don't
really cool.
They don't have
I
a big
really
production.
don't know that.
They don't have like their own brewery.
Yeah,
yet. They
they're
don't
a
have
gypsy
like
brewer.
Yeah.
Nomads.
Yeah, they're a gypsy brewer. So they travel and brew. So,
Yeah.
but they still find people to can their stuff.
Right. Right.
Yeah, they don't have a building yet. Like you can't go to Abomination's brewery and have their beer. They're working on it, but they're not at that level yet. So
What's really cool though is that how like the community of beer is.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of guys get started, which is really cool that like places will let them come and brew their beers.
I do
at their
know
places.
that I don't know if they brew at a Rotunda, but I do know they have a working relationship with a Rotunda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't brew at Rotundo.
No.
No, only when they do collabs, they probably brew there.
Yeah.
Okay. I know they're there a lot. Mm-hmm. I know their buddies there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're pretty tight.
What are you giving this, Ben?
Butt buddies.
They might be. I want to join that. I want to join that friends list.
Human Centipede.
I would not be. I would not mind being in the Human Centipede of Rotunda and Abomination.
Depends on what part.
As
of the
far
link.
as
I'll go right in the back.
as far as like people go, I mean, everyone at Rotunda is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, the guys at Abomination are great too. I mean, they're. I mean, Josh at Abomination has been so nice and so kind to me when I've seen him.
Oh, definitely.
You know,
At
he's a
Brewfest-
super good guy. Man.
At Brewfest,
Super
I
good
probably
guy.
spent more time at Abomination's table than any other brewery.
I agree. That,
Definitely
hey, I
good
did
guys.
it. That third Brewfest, I did it. You know what I mean? Hey,
I didn't know where you were all day.
it was fun. No. That was when when they were at the Elks.
Oh,
That's all I
okay.
was talking about.
Okay.
And basically, like they had their crew.
Oh, you sat with him that day.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just like hovering there.
Yeah.
And they were
Ben,
like,
Ben hovers at Brewfest. If he falls in love with your beer, you're not getting rid of him. You can't shake him. There's a,
Like
it's
the
like
keg watch at a college party.
it's like fucking Star Fox. There's
needs-
a bogey on your tail. Do a barrel roll.
like a handler.
Yeah.
but I know for a fact they broke up like Toolbox Brewing Company stuff from like California, and the one guy's like, "Hey, we got a boysenberry sour. Do you want to try?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, fill up my cup." So thank you, Abomination.
For how
guys.
much Abomination stickers I have on this table. This is the first time we've actually. I know, second time now because we had
second time,
we had
yeah.
Rotten Earth because they gave us a can of Rotten Earth after
Yes.
Brewfest.
Yes.
So yeah, what do you score in this, Ben?
I'll give it a 3.25 just solely because I get a little bit of a malt. Like it's getting to that point with the shelf.
It has a little. Am I wrong when I say it has a little bit of a boozy aftertaste?
Kind of does. It kind of does. But I taste it more like the little bit of the malt into it.
That might be his.
yeah, I got that a little bit too. I mean, it could be an old can too. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
It's been a while since I've had it now, so it's.
Yeah, it doesn't have the.
You look at the wrong can.
No, I'm just looking
Yeah.
to see if there's a
Andy,
thing.
where are you at with the hop thing?
I gave it a 3. I could drink 1 or 2 of them probably, but like it's overcarbed and I don't know.
Okay,
It's just not doing it for me. But
I
I mean,
gave
it's
it-
not terrible.
I gave it a 3.5.
It's not terrible, but it's not like that great. But I think it's a little bit better than average.
Yeah, I gave it a 3.5. It didn't blow me away, but I wouldn't shy away from having it again.
No, and then especially a fresher or even on draft maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it was horrible, but it's not something that I'd be like, oh my god, that like. all right. So far on this table, like last week when we had some beers, I was like, holy fuck, they jumped off the table. These are all. This is not this is not, once again, not hating. We have 4 beers left to go, but I haven't had one that really jumped out that said this is fucking my beer of the night, and everyone else is fucking competing for it. Are you? Is anyone else there yet?
No, I mean,
Not yet.
What about the flight?
Ooh, you know what? Now
Flight destroys
we don't even
all.
have that.
Considering it's like lingering in the background.
Yeah, we don't
It's-
even have that in the running.
Hey guys.
I'm still here. Yeah, that's not in the running.
All right, well, let's crack this next one open there,
All right.
Ben.
We should make like the Family Guy meme of like, you guys think you're better than me.
While Ben's jerking
hang on, no,
off.
here.
I love the art on this can.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
This is another one that's gonna. This is definitely, if I can get it off the can properly, this is.
Well, I'm
making
telling
it,
you, the last Brewfest we went to, Josh had glasses with that on the side, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
that is really cool.
I said, like, Josh, where's the glass? He's like, I forgot them.
Oh my god!
I was like,
it's such
all of them. I was
it's
like,
such a cool
"Shit, man."
fucking can. So this is another dry hop, a double dry hop milkshake Indian Pale Ale with passion
milkshake, I
fruit,
don't know.
pink guava, and red raspberry
Sounds
with
like
vanilla
lactose.
extract, and
Oh, you're shitting your
caramel
brains out on
color.
this one, Jason.
Art by Sam Heimer.
Yeah, that's the dude that does all the art.
Yeah,
I
dude,
wonder
the
if he-
can is awesome.
I wonder if he has an Instagram. I'm gonna look him up real quick.
Oh, you're gonna be shitting your brains out, Jason.
Well, you know,
Colon blow.
I did it for the
like
team.
on Saturday Night Live.
Colon blow.
He does it for us.
That was a great
He's like Jesus. Where did you find the art on this can? Oh, I see it. Henzi. Let me see that can real quick after you pour it.
That's got more of that smell I like.
Yeah.
Is everyone good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I got a little bit more, but
I just
that's
need the can, please.
perfectly fine.
Oh, I just need it real quick.
Oh.
I don't want to spell his name wrong. Heimer.
While Tony's looking that up,
I found him.
Up.
I found him. Sam Heimer. He's an artist out of Philadelphia and toy maker. And he has an Instagram, so you can check out Sam_Heimer. I'm gonna follow him right now. He's got some fucking cool art, man.
I really like that can art too. That's
Yeah, this is cool.
my favorite, just because of all like the excruciating details of the monster. That's what really makes the can art for me. Because I kind
I
of
like the font they use. Like it's like old school horror.
yeah, I like the fact because like Jason, do you ever hear Sam Keith that does the Max? Basically, that's like it's like oddball, like excruciating detailed and all. That's definitely one.
Ben,
for
drag
me.
this out for like 15 minutes, for like 5 minutes.
All right, fucking right. Perfect.
You remember when the Max was on MTV?
On Liquid
Liquid
Television. That's
Television,
fucking
yeah.
amazing. That was fucking amazing.
Oh man,
They basically
MTV used to be so cool.
That's
They-
where like Beavis and Butthead and like Eon Flux was on.
Yeah.
there and
yeah,
shit.
Aeon Flux.
Oh,
yeah,
fucking oddity.
dude.
Oddities.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what though. They did a very similar animation style as they did with Berserk the anime, because they did like if you ever read Berserk is like excruciating. Like he does like the Bernie Wrights and shit, the grayscale, like it's ridiculously detailed. This guy like he takes like a year hiatus and he'll put on like 5 chapters and he's like a fucking locust. that's how he puts out his art. But seriously though, the guy does great art. They did the very similar thing where basically they just did like stills and whatever they needed to do, they just animated that. It wasn't the greatest, but at the same time though, it was very effective for that time. Otherwise they would only be on the 3rd episode and we'd be getting that like for how detailed it is.
You know, honestly, for me, like if I had to compare, this art reminds me of like Doom, the video game.
Yeah,
for some
definitely
reason,
it
you know?
does.
Like it reminds me of like something from Doom.
yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Or like that would definitely be a monster on Doom.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would definitely be a monster on like if they did like a cool like fucking
Kind of
like,
Resident Evil-y too.
Yeah.
He's got
yeah.
crab hands in his mouth.
What's that?
He has crab hands in his mouth.
Oh yeah, he does.
I'm gonna take a look at that. I didn't
But
know.
no, that's a really cool can. Like I wear that
He
T-shirt.
does have crab hands.
We can get a glass. I saw glasses.
I hope they still have them. If you're listening,
No.
Abomination.
I think they sold out of them. Maybe.
Probably.
Wah, wah,
We
wah,
will see.
wah,
We will see
wah,
you
wah,
guys.
wah, wah, wah.
We will see Rotunda. We will definitely see Abomination. I don't know about the other two. New Trail would be awesome if they came, but I don't know if they're even on their bill.
I don't think so.
But we'll definitely see if you are a fan of Abomination and Rotunda. It's almost guaranteed they're going to be at School County Brewfest
100%.
this year. They've been there every year.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of their beers, definitely go stop at their tent. They never disappoint.
They're fun guys. They're really personable.
Yeah.
Awesome guys.
All right.
We wouldn't be talking them up so much on the show if we
like here's the thing, and I don't want to come off as if I'm biased. We're trying to be biased and we're fucking lovers, but like there's some beers that even if they're not the greatest, it's hard to be like fuck that beer because the fucking people who make it are just good people.
You had a good you have a great experience with those people, and that's just the way it goes.
And as someone who's a creator, and I feel weird even calling myself a creator, but like not every fucking episode is probably a knockout, a home run. Not every show you play as a band is amazing.
It's always
yeah. So I don't want it to come off if we say the beer wasn't something that blew us away. Because it's that we're not coming off as disrespectful. We're coming off as
completely honest.
I think the only beer I would be disrespectful to would be Separatist.
Separatist.
Oh, yeah.
What's the beef with them?
Okay, so let me tell you the whole history behind that. They used to be Soul Artisan Ales, and they used to brew out of...
Maybe I'll save some people some time here. Is this the one that they were putting the wrong ABB on cans?
No.
Okay.
No, they screwed a bunch of people out of a bunch of money.
So basically what they did was they brewed out of Susquehanna Brewing Company, brought a whole great product overall.
Is this all allegedly? Because I don't want to get sued.
No, this is legitimately there, and we have a whole group behind us. They know me too, therefore we're good. But anyhow, basically he opened up his own brewery in Easton, and at that time, while he was at the Susquehanna Brewing Company, the brewmaster of Susquehanna was actually, and this is hearing from alleged from a good source that we may or may not be drinking their beer.
Ben, you're putting somebody out there.
But hey, there's other people down the line too. But anyhow,
you do the process.
They said
for the people who are listening audio, Andy held up the Yingling bottle.
But anyhow, what it really came down to is the brewmaster was actually making the Souls brewers recipes that much better. And so every Saturday night, Sunday morning, I would go to there. It would take me an hour. I'd go there at like 2:00 in the morning, drink the whole entire night, and then get my beer fucking roll out. Like, it was fucking nutty how
they had really good beers when they came out.
Yeah. And then they really started to really die down, like at the last half when they were moving to Easton. And then when they moved to Easton, not only was it bad marketing, but they weren't making a great product overall. They made this one. It was called Sticky Pop. It was like a mandarin orange IPA. It tastes like peanut butter. That's because it was fucking infected.
Yeah, that was like they had like bottles that people bought like that were like I don't know if they're investors or it was like
the
club.
It was a Soul Society.
That's what it was, a Soul Society.
And you paid $500 because you were supposed to get all these bottles.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have like all these dinners, and like you had the discount. You had like a whole package overall, and not really. There were shitty bottles. Nothing really happened with the dinners and all that. Yeah, you're still getting your discount on the pours, but at the same time, though, it was mediocre beer versus.
So they made a package. They made a package of content and said, we're just not going to hold our end.
Basically, not so much, but also like Ben said, like they were like giving people like infected beers and stuff. Like when a beer's infected, like the yeast basically is bad, like it spoils the whole beer. So like it's basically you got to dump it. I mean, you might get sick from it. I don't know.
Yeah. Would you believe me?
I think the worst part about it is like people would be like they'd give honest opinions online, and the dude would like attack them on like social media.
Oh wow.
So
it was to the point where like he built up such a base where people were seriously throwing money at him, be like, hey, we want to support you, make great beer.
We don't make beer, but if you want to support us, I mean, we have a merch store and a donation tab. Hit the links below.
But anyhow, like what I was saying, he was just basically, the guy just didn't really care. He had money to play around with. He was from the looks of it, he had money, played around with it, basically really I'm gonna be blunt about it. Fucked people over,
Yeah.
and it was it's a shame because that place could have been
Yeah,
so much
the beers
bigger.
were great when he was brewing in collaboration with, well, like he was brewing out of Susquehanna. The beers are really good.
Phenomenal. Like even I had this one called Evil Smush, and I
Yeah,
had
the
like
Smush ones are really good.
I took a year. I did 2 beers. Well, of that Evil Smush, I had it a year later. It was like 75% still there, and then I had it 2 years later. It was
You sat on
malted.
beers too long.
The
That was the longest I sat.
I think
had
one of
a
the beginning of
2-year-old
the
beer.
ends was the peach smush. So it was like a peach, like
Tony, you would have hated that because
Dip-
literally
dip
you
in,
had
maybe?
to.
you'd like,
You learned how to pour that through cheesecloth. That's how
Yeah.
much sediment was in that.
yeah, it was not good.
It was like a quarter sediment. Like if you had to like
Wow.
weigh out the can, it was
Yeah.
fucking nutty.
Well, you know what they say. Only hell can save us now. And that was the name of this beer.
Hey, it's
Nice comeback.
If you
Nice
if
bring
you
back,
want to like
reach
dig
back.
the hole deeper, I can give you like very very current information on that
Well,
brewery.
let's do this beer quick and then we'll go back to it.
All
So
right.
Only Hell Can Save Us Now is a 7.2 ABV. It's a milkshake IPA. So this is a double dry hop milkshake IPA brewed with lactose and golden promise, flaked oats and wheat, hopped and dry hopped with Galaxy, Pacific, Jade, Mosaic, and I'm going to mispronounce this, Starin Dragon, that fermented in a juicy beast on top of monstrous amounts of passion fruit, pink guava, red raspberry, and vanilla beans. So we said earlier, real quick, 4,263 check-ins. It averages a 3.94. 2 friends checked it in at a 4. This is my front runner of the night so far. For me, I'm giving this a 4. I really enjoy this beer. I think it's very tasty. I like that. I don't know. It's my favorite so far.
I like it.
I do. I
This
wish.
one's not. This one's better than the other one.
Yeah, I do enjoy this.
I don't love it. This one's overcarb too.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get the lactose there. I mean, it's a milkshake IPA.
And if you add anything with pink guava, then too, that's just like a good solid
Yeah, I
combo.
get
It's
that
kinda
like that like fruit salad type taste to it with the
Yeah.
different like
I enjoy
tropical
it.
fruits. It's
Pers-
not bad though.
Personally, for me, like if you ever include like lactose strawberry in an IPA or like pink guava lactose in an IPA, then too, you're guaranteed to get a decent. Like if you were going to go on Untapped ratings, like a 3 at least. You're definitely getting that. It's just a matter of where you're going to go with it to really bring out like something different or
Yeah.
something really fucking tasty. And I'm not gonna lie about this because like like strawberry and IPAs and like the milk sugar just makes a good solid fucking beer. Like that would give me like a 3.25 all day. It's just a matter of how they're gonna do it.
I'm not a fan of the milk sugar.
Drink your beer.
All right,
Like the milk sugar stuff, just I don't know, something about it I just don't like.
So, what is your current information on this story?
Well, before we
Allegedly.
go there, but no.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
It's like a 3 for me.
3?
Yeah,
Okay.
you know.
I gave this one a 3.5.
that's about fair. I go with that too.
This is fact. I can tell you this for a fact. I mean, like, Separatist, you know, I mean, I've been there since they changed from Separatist to Soul, and some of the times I've been there, when I talk to people, they were kind of ironic, or not ironic, but
Ignorant?
Yeah.
You went with I was just trying to.
like you
Like, you know.
do that?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so.
It's like when I'm taking the picture and just like I'm like, are you trolling right
Well,
now? or-
I can tell you this for a fact because like I actually ordered a 6-stall of their beer, the Good.
Yeah.
Because they're now distributing
Sorry.
through Shangy's, and Good is really good. It's very. If you want to talk about like an earthy IPA, Good's probably about the best earthiest IPA I've ever had in my life.
And that's when they switch over to Soul.
It's Soul Separatist. I mean, it's
sold to separate.
It's
Yeah,
remained
it's
the same
brewery.
for
It's just
me.
They changed their name to try to
Yeah.
try to hide.
But I can tell you right now, Shangy's is sitting on about 35 6-stalls of their beer from maybe like October.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
So
when it came up here to a place that I get beer from, and I saw that it was as old as it was, I said I didn't want it because IPAs and 6-stalls
They don't last.
usually like 3-4 months is kind of like the ideal time.
But
to
since
drink them,
October
you know?
of last year,
Yeah.
So
Well, funny that it's at Shangy's because like the Lehigh Valley Beer Group, where I think is most of where Soul was exposed from on Facebook.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Man,
they
that was-
they have like 35 sixtels of their beer all can't. They were all kegged on the same date.
Yeah.
And it's fucking useless. I mean, because
well, hey, if they want to come on the show and tell their side of the story, I'm open. But anyway, so what we kind of learned when it comes to certain beers, especially like the IPA, and I hope I'm not misquoting or saying wrong. You guys were in the room with me. The guys at Mellow Mink said like there's organisms that live in beers. And,
I mean the yeast.
Yeah, like there's and the reason I'm good. Yeah, you can finish it. And the yeast kind of like. That's why they don't last very long when it comes to IPAs, and that's why they say drink them fresh, because of the organisms that reside in the beer.
Well, the IPAs sit down, like the hops break down after a while, and it just kind of...
Now, like, it's not bad to, like, sit on them for, like, 3 weeks. Like, that's not a bad thing. That's just try and cool them down, like, because... Let's just be honest here. If you drink a fresh IPA and it just tastes like it's just really harsh, chances are that's just a hot IPA. Let it sit for a little bit, and you'll be in good shape.
Sum 41 theme.
I was just about to ask you, do you get Sum 41
That's
from
totally...
this?
Well, it's one of their albums, and that's totally their singer.
Yeah, I saw he has like a Dead Kennedys pin on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was just going to...
Everybody's got their problems. I like
I'll
Sum
be right
41.
back.
They were always fun.
Yeah, they're a fun band. They used to be fucking crazy. Like fucking shooting people with water guns, doing drive-by water gun shootings and robbing pizza stores with fucking water guns just to be funny. All right, I'll get the first drink out of this one. I've been rating last for a while.
I didn't realize this was a sour IPA until I took the hit of it.
Wow, it's sour, but after the sour hits you, there's not much left.
No, it definitely mango bomb. Like I get mango all day on it.
So this is a IPA sour by Abomination Brewing Company. It's brewed with milk sugar, flake oats, and weak and kettle soured on fermented top of generous amounts of mangoes, hop, and DDH with azaic hops. Notes of citrus, passion fruit, tart pineapple, tangerine, and ripe mango. I'm sorry we didn't do this with the other beers. We're still learning. We're fucking figuring it out.
We did for some of them.
Yeah. I think we started it with Abomination. I didn't do it with the other ones. I could be wrong, though. But 4 check-ins at 4.38 from friends, and the average is 3.74. So my friends are way more generous than everyone else. Let's see what the people said here. I'm trying to find something here. Can, it gets a 3.78. Bottle, it gets a 3.64. Taster gets a 4.7. My 4 friends that checked it in, they gave it a 4.25. Another 4.25, a 4, and someone gave it a perfect score of a 5.
Wow.
That's generous.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is definitely generous. This one's not as carved as the others. This one's a little chilled.
That makes sense. Never mind.
No.
All right. I don't hate it.
I don't love sour IPAs. Like, I love sours. Sour IPAs, though, they're very hit or miss for me. I definitely get the huge amount of mango on it.
Yeah, I like that, though.
I like that, too.
It's not overly carb like the other two.
I'll tell you what, though. I probably would change your perception because I know Tony can attest to it then, too, with the Hudson Valley sours.
Hudson Valley's...
That just...
They're just the best sours on the planet.
And we're not
Listen,
just jacking it up. We're just like,
they'll
wow.
never accept us to their brewery.
You never know.
Let's be real. There's fucking people who love those guys and fucking talk about them, and they're still not even they're not even at their brewery. I like Hudson Valley a lot.
They just they really put out like a great product. You know what I
don't
mean?
know. The more I drink this, I do like it a lot.
I don't not like it. I don't love it.
I would have more of this.
It's very mango.
So out of these 2 beers so far, the last one we had, Only Hell Can Save Us Now, and this one, I would drink more than 1 can of.
Yeah, I would drink more than one of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's a better sour IPA. Like, I think a sour IPA is kind of a weird style, just in my personal opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about them.
we had so many Hudson ones. It's just to the point where we kind of know what we're getting ourselves into, and we really pick it out. Like we have that. I'm not trying to be a dick or pretentious when I say this.
Next episode we are gonna do a Hudson Valley. We're gonna do a lot of sours. If you're not a sour drinker, next episode is not gonna be for you. But
the only thing, just have sour Sharpie. That's all I'm asking.
Now, sour or is it a sour or a sour IPA?
Sour
they're
IPA.
sours.
Okay.
Well,
They
yes.
do like sour. They do single sours, doubles, triples. When we had the last show,
Like I said, the seeds go. The seeds go to the staff
get it.
first.
Like if they're a sour, like I said, sour and sour IPAs are different monsters.
I would say they're more sours, not sour IPAs.
Yeah, they're sour. They classify themselves as sour IPAs, but they drink more like a sour.
So
yeah.
I would probably like those more.
Yeah, they're like if you think that you knew like a certain fruit that you had like in a beer, they like turn you on your head with it pretty much. So like it's a good thing. Like they have a blueberry sour, and you would think, oh, blueberry, and then like you taste more of the upfront, like that little like earthy blueberry flavor, and what versus like just like the juicy blueberry. You know what I mean?
So with this one, does it look infected? It's some 41. I like it. I'm cool. I think it's fun. I'm giving it a 4. I dig it. I'm into it.
I go 3.25. Like I said, I don't love it. I also don't not like it though.
Yeah.
Like it's decent. It's better. It's a better sour IPA than a lot. But like I said, it's just not really my style. But it's decent.
Yeah.
I could have more than one.
Yeah.
Like if it was on draft, I'd be like, yeah, why not?
Jason,
It's a 3.
3. Did we cover anything different than what you would say?
I mean,
Our Simon of the table?
Like, it is what it is, you know. I like Abomination. I do. I mean, I really do like those guys, but you know, it's just.
And we don't know how old.
Just trying to be honest.
We don't know. We don't know how old these cans are either.
Yeah, that could play a factor.
These are beers that are brewed out of Pennsylvania, and they were bought in New York. So just the fact that they traveled that far is pretty cool. Because I wouldn't know where to buy Abomination canned.
I do.
Do you?
Cunningham.
Cunningham? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good to know. I'd like to get more. I'd like to, dive more into that. Ben, does it look infected?
No.
Where you ranking it?
I go like a 3.5 to 3.75 depending on the mood. I go 3.75 on it because the more I'm drinking it, like sipping on it, the more like I'm getting more of the mango and that sourness to it, and I think it really brings out. It really is a tasty beer once you actually sip on it overall. So I'll give it the 3.75, but any other time 3.5.
Okay. I think once again that's fair. That's fair. I may have given it higher, but I really enjoy it. I like it. I like the mango. I think it's fun. I would have more of it. I would have I'd buy a four pack of it and sit and watch a pay-per-view and have a good time.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
But like I said, I wouldn't probably buy more than that.
With that being said, Four squares is the last two to go here.
Fourscore.
Fourscore.
The Gettysburg
Foursquare.
Address.
Foursquare was a old
It's a
food
game.
app. Was it?
Foursquare still exists, but it's old. You ever play Foursquare with you draw a square with?
Yeah, there was an app called Foursquare.
Yeah,
I
they
think
still do that.
I think it was
actually, I think Untapped is powered by Foursquare.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go, Untap. We're plugging you and Foursquare. Fourscore it's literally your game to lose right here.
All right, so this is Another World. It's a hazy India Pale Ale, hazy IPA.
Hippa.
So
Hazy.
this has New Zealand hops and Nelson Sauvin.
Another
hops.
cool thing here. If you're a craft beer drinker, and you also like music, Gettysburg rocks. Every single person I've heard that went to it has a fucking blast. Gettysburg is a cool beer place.
Yes, Gettysburg. I love Gettysburg. Like even before all the beer and stuff, but like this place has only been open for a little over a year, I believe. And
Jason
everything
goes
I
for
had was super solid.
He's like, fuck you guys.
I did not rate this one yet.
No? You waited for us?
Yeah.
What a gentleman.
Good job, Andy.
That's what
Like-
Ben used to do.
I really
do
like this
that.
one.
I drank them.
I drank
first.
them. I just didn't rate it yet.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
honestly
All
forgot-
right.
I honestly forgot about it, but
You pulled a me.
Another New World, not to be confused with A New World, which is Aladdin. With
That's a
Aladdin
whole
thing.
new world.
A whole new world.
A whole new
No,
world.
I'm fucking,
Yeah,
I'm way
whoa.
off. Sorry. Andy's a Disney guy here, obviously.
Oh, I like that smell of it. It's a subtle. Yeah.
I got a friend request. Let's play. Is this real or not?
Oh yeah.
I hope Ben's friend calls again tonight.
Oh my God! How about that? That was fun.
That was fucking nutty. We talked. Yeah, we talked, and then I got a hold of him the next day, and I tried to get a hold of him again. I'm like, all right.
Real quick too, I want to give a quick shout out to our Bangin Beers page. We have a Jen. I met her at a Hooligan Bad Maggie show at Black Diamond. She helps run the page now, so she goes out to a lot of local bars. I told her, write reviews. If you try beers, put them out there. If you are someone who lives locally, or you don't even have to live locally, I'll make you an editor on the page. And if you want to do beer reviews and go out to local bars, you don't have to be in our area.
Yeah.
I want it to grow. So if you're not in our area but you want to review beers, let me know, and I'll make you an editor to the page, and you can add content to our page. If you're someone who follows beer news and you want to add more content, let us know.
And definitely recommend us to, like, if you were like, hey, go to this bar and try out their craft selection,
or go grab this. Yeah, go to this place and get their craft selection, or go to this place and try. They sell 6-packs and they can do mix of sixes. And this beer was fantastic, and you guys should have it on the show. Definitely let us know about it. But also, huge plug to Jen. She was not a moderator on her page before. I met her. She was really, really nice. I met her with Keith Collins, and then she went out and bought the Bangin Beers hoodie, and she bought it in gray. And does it look sharp in gray?
Yeah, it does. It looks very nice.
It looks real good in gray.
Yeah, I like the photo. I'm like, all right.
It was really cool. So we have 2 Bangin Pornhub. Oh, sorry, Beer Hub Bangin Beers hoodies out there, and there are 2 people who are just fans of the show. So I do appreciate that. You guys are fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you for doing it. It's cool to get our name out there. We're definitely growing. We just hit 1,000 people, so if more people buy merch, that would be fantastic.
1,100 people.
Yeah, you
got
to give me the login info for the Instagram.
Okay. You want to add stuff?
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
Here's what,
I prefer to use Instagram personally.
You know what? It would be a really cool guy.
We need a Twitter
guy.
guy. I suck with Twitter. I'm fucking horrible with Twitter.
Oh, I hate Twitter.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not
terrible.
my favorite platform at all.
You know who'd be a really good guy on this show? Ed House.
Oh, dude, I'll get Ed right now.
Did you see my Ed House interview?
No.
Oh, I got to show you.
I
before you
love
leave.
Ed.
I love
Ed's a good dude.
Seriously,
I didn't want to do it on air because I wanted it to be saved. It's so fucking. So I've been really fortunate I give 100% credit to Andy Header, because Andy's on our show and he definitely opens up the doors for us for wrestling shows. But so we start doing it, and PPW in Hazleton, who runs a great fucking show,
eats the shit up.
Yeah, they love our content, and they're like, hey man, we like what you do. We like how you review our shows. Can you come and and then the other podcast team there is the Wicked Turtle Network, and they're like, you want to come and do interviews with us, interview people? I'm like, that would be fucking awesome. So I did it, and then the next week, Outbreak started, and they're like, you want to come? And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to come. And I hung out at Ed House the whole fucking night, and he's like, you want to cut a promo? He's like, yes, I want to cut a promo. And he goes fucking off, F-bombs and every curse word you can imagine.
He's funny. Oh my god.
And I added all the beeps to make you actually, yeah. And then he wrestled a guy, but the guy kind of, I don't want to say anything, but he might have injured himself a little bit, and he didn't want to do an interview because he was kind of bummed. So he's like, Ed, do me a favor, the Yam's the working man. He goes, do me a favor, cut a promo as me. And he did it. He said it as a joke, and he's like, I'll 100% do it. Get your mic, let's go, man. I'm not a small guy. I'm 5'11". I'm like 200 and some pounds. Standing next to Ed House, I look like a fucking dwarf. I look like a little person. He's a big man. Right, so he comes up and he acts like Yam's the working man. He's going, and he's like, I'll show you when we get off air, but they're fucking amazing.
No, I love it. He's a funny dude.
Dude,
that made me laugh out loud too.
I'm happy Outbreak's back.
One night, Header had to show up when they're still running out of the Rainbow Fire Company in Shendo.
Oh yeah,
and Ed was there.
Marty Jannetty was there, right?
It might have been the Marty Jannetty night, actually. So we went down to Hucklebucks then afterwards, and I think it was me. Was it Mark Leonard? I think Header was there, and I was like,
"You got Header in a bar?"
Yeah,
wow.
Header used to come to bars with me all the time.
Not anymore.
Well, we don't really go out anymore. So
he lives right around the corner from a bar. I'm like, I'm here, come. He's like, nope.
But so we're in there. I called Ed. I was like, yo, come have a beer, because he lives in Hamburg. So I was like, he's like, all right, I'm gonna come passing through there. So he stopped at Hubble House, and we just had a bullshit it all night. It was good.
I fucking love. Awesome. I want to have a beer with Ed House.
No, that's a good dude.
That's a fun one.
If we ever have an open night on a Friday, we should get Ed House here to do a beer
I'm
night.
sure he would.
That's all I mean. I would love him to be
That would be a fun guest.
Like when I
Awesome.
briefly trained, when he would like, I looked forward to the days that he was there because Edo, like, he was really great to work with.
He should be signed. Like,
Yeah.
he would be
He's
fantastic.
great on the mic.
Yeah, he's so good. He's so fucking good. He's a class act. I
comic
love him.
relief, but at the same time, I know I have to go to some Outbreak shows.
You do.
I
You
really
gotta go,
want to.
You got to start going to some local wrestling. It's
I
so
I
much
need to
fun.
get back to them.
You know what,
It's been
Tony?
I'm
so
going to
long.
one tomorrow.
Understand this. I really liked going to those Outbreak shows. I actually
What are
looked.
you doing tomorrow? All right, here's the excuses.
No, there are no excuses.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Legitimately,
Yeah.
getting that fucking house done, so I can live in it
Holy fuck! This guy's been working on his house. You can't take one
for
day
a
off.
year. No, I want to get it done.
What time are you starting to work on it?
I will wake up I'll wake up at 9, get there for 10, because I have to buy the molding and stuff. And I have to
Stop
get
working. Listen, hear me out. Stop working around 4 or 5.
stuff. Probably 5.
5. Oh, that's tight. We'll see. I'm doing something tomorrow. Then I'm driving from Hazleton to Pottsville. I'm picking up Brian. I will call you. If you're dressed, showered, shaved, shit, the whole 9, and ready to go, I will take you to the show tomorrow. At GSW is like is a company who is big, and they used to be out of Jersey, and now they're in PA, and they're restarting the show. I'm going to see Andy wrestle and a bunch of really good, it's a good talent show. You can come with us.
Andy did that. I think he did that show
Here's the thing.
years ago.
You think you know Andy. You hang out
No.
with Andy. You think you know him. When you see Andy in his element, he's a different human. And it's fucking amazing to see it.
I went to a couple shows, like when he was doing PPW stuff.
But
and
we're like at this point we're behind the curtain because we're there to film content, and the rest and the companies let us in and do cool stuff. Dude, Andy in his element when he's fucking into something is a fucking different Andy Header, and I fucking love. Like you get a proud moment. You're like, look at him go. Like you know what I mean? He's fucking unbelievable.
putting up 145 bench, 6 or 7 presses, and he's doing really well.
He's working out hard.
Nice.
Yeah, he's doing it. He's like,
No, Harry gets in the gym. He gets in it.
like I'm like fucking roll.
He
with
has
it.
the opportunity, no bullshit aside, the opportunity to be a champion in 2 different federations right now.
That'd be pretty.
He
wild.
deserves it. Header.
He's been doing it a long time, and PPW is looking at him for a possible championship, and so is Outbreak.
Header's since he's been doing it has always been one of the better too. Like he's great.
Yeah.
Because he loves it so much. And
I think it's
puts
the
it
fact-
into
He doesn't
show.
put himself out there as much, but I
No.
think he's doing better at
Yeah,
that too.
No, but like he's always put on the best shows.
I think it's really
And
his
you could put him
demeanor and all that.
You could
too.
put him at any spot of the card and have him work with any guy,
Yeah.
and he'll bring the best out of that
Yeah,
guy.
that's what I used to get bummed when they'd put Header with like a subpar person.
Yeah.
Because then it's like Header's like, this is what I got to work with. So
he wrestled Gilbert
yeah, I know. That's awesome.
and made a Gilbert match last 13 minutes, and the crowd was fucking eating out of their hands.
That's
And it was 100% Andy. And the funny thing is Andy told us the night we were kind of, because PPW just uploaded the video of him and Gilbert, and Andy was like, I went to 3 other promotions where Gilbert kind of made the circuits in this area, and every time we went there, he was like, can I wrestle that guy? Because he's fucking awesome. Like Gilbert requested Andy.
Nice.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah,
All
no,
right.
he's always put on an awesome
Yeah.
show.
We'll start with Jason because he's bored. I'm sorry. We're talking wrestling.
Eh,
What do you think of Another New World by 4Score?
3.5.
3.5. We're getting higher.
Yeah. I mean, it's decent, you know. I mean,
It's a new outing for us then too to try out some 4Score stuff. You know
Where
what
are
I
they
mean?
out
So-
of?
Gettysburg.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. I'm an idiot. I'm
That's
sorry.
where like the name comes in too.
Fourscore,
The first two words
ago,
of the Gettysburg Address.
I had a hazy diaper.
But they really cool place. It's like I forget what street it is. So like there's Baltimore Street is like the main drag that runs down into the middle of Gettysburg, and then there's I can't remember the street next to it, but like there's one back. It's right behind. There's a restaurant called the Dobbin House. It's right behind there. It's kind of it's a hot, finer dining place in Gettysburg.
So real quick, it says juicy ripe grapefruits with a hint of peach candy and soft pine, clean dry finish with a balance of bitterness. Sorry, I had the beer burps. It's been ranked 228 times. It gets a 396. 2 of my friends checked it in and gave it a 375. One of those is at the table with a 350. And another one, I won't give his score away because he's about to do it. But I'm going to say I agree with his score. So that's a teaser. Which friend am I agreeing with? Who we will find out.
Dun, dun, dun.
The suspense builds.
What did you give it?
A 3.5.
All right, Ben. What did you give it? Are you the friend that I agree with?
I didn't even rate it.
What would you give it then? Well, then you ruined it all. You ruined the whole bit.
Well, it's.
So obviously I agree with Andy.
I'm like, you're going with your 50-50.
Ben gave it a 10.
Yeah. He's a sponsored member.
Solid 5 out of 7.
Oh my god!
I
got that. I got that so much.
I do really like this.
I really like it just for our first kind of like outing. It's kind of like a dip your toes into the water type of beer, especially from Fourscore. I would definitely give this one a 3.75, and that's a really strong one, just solely for the fact that fresh, super tasty. That's just an overall decent IPA. I could probably drink 2, maybe even 3 of those. I'd be flying. And that's awesome.
I could drink 2 or 3 of any of these beers, including the Flight. It's not a problem.
I'm just saying, though, like if you had like a fridge, like I do, like of like just one specific beer, like I can rip through like 3 of those, no problem.
Real quick, what was that experimental hop that we had for Spider Bite? Was it NZH 107?
That sounds right.
That's a
I
New
can
Zealand
look.
hop.
Well, this one's South Africa.
Yeah, that's what it was. South Africa.
NZH 107 and Nelson Sauvon.
It sounds very familiar. Like that was a Spider Bite hop. Because that's what's in this.
Yeah.
And they paired up with Nelson Sauvon. That's kind of like a whiny hop. Yeah.
That I'm not sure. I mean, it sounds
Are you
like
looking at
Sauvignon,
Spider
but-
Bite? Mm-hmm. I seen the review of like the thing of it. And it says ends, and I was like, it reminds me of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
It's like the T
There was
doesn't
Sierra
say
Nevada
there.
put an experimental hop pack out like 2 years ago that used like New Zealand hops. It was awesome, but I only ever found it once.
It doesn't actually say on Untappd.
No,
what it is.
100% does. It has to.
No, you have to. Well, we have to look up.
Spider Bite experimental beer.
Look at. Go ahead.
Because we did it. Spider Bite.
It's called Open Wide IPA.
New Zealand NZH 107.
No, it's open wide experimental.
Proprietary experimental hop blend.
No, the
developed jointly
Open
between New
Wide
Zealand
IPA
Hops and Brewer
with it.
Supply Group.
It doesn't
Tropical fruit and citrus character.
say. Oh man, that sucks. Because I remember fucking.
It sounds right though.
I'm gonna check my list real quick.
Go ahead. Check it twice.
Yeah, so this is developed it's like a strain from New Zealand.
Andy, what did you give this score? Because
I gave it a 4.
When you give your score, that's obviously mine.
Yeah, I gave it a 4. I wasn't sure about it at first, and then I realized I plowed through 3 cans, and I'm like, what the fuck? And this one, I really like this one. This is one I could drink all day. So like I had another IPA there.
experimental open.
Actually, did I?
wide.
Yeah, I had another IPA that was awesome as well, but like I just grabbed these cans to go, and I'm like, oh, these are like it did it for me.
No, that's the XJ82.
XJ82.
There's a few of those
436.
weird experimental hops out there.
Yeah, they sound like a fucking Resident Evil virus. Like the guy.
T-virus
The
hop.
fuck yeah, like the coronavirus. I gave this a 4 as well. I really like this. Here's the thing too, man. It held up temperature wise. Like it still feels cold as fuck.
Yeah.
And
It's a good drinking temperature right now. It's sitting on the table for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget we have. Well, no, never mind. I'm not gonna elaborate. No,
Now you have to talk, dude.
no, I'm
Was
not
it
gonna
something
elaborate.
bad?
No, I kind of like just lost my train of thought.
Alright.
So
That was weird. All right.
I'm the weird
Crack that
fucking guy.
crowler.
Remember
So the
that.
final one is
So
the
this
Jamba.
can is fucking gorgeous. I love this. Is another one. If Andy doesn't want the can, I'm gonna
That's-
try to
you can
peel
have it,
off,
buddy.
and I want to put the big bomb on the table.
So the Jamba is their sour series. This one is a strawberry banana. And
I'm gonna
I
enjoy
brought
the
this
hell out of
back.
this.
I don't like strawberries or bananas. Let's
All right,
do
so
it.
Jason's gonna fucking make it.
So Jason's scoring this already. It's starting at a 2.
I'm shitting all over this table tonight.
The spray diarrhea all over the place.
This is our last beer of the night, boys.
Tricky crowler pour here.
Man, and how long did we rip through those other cans?
What do you think we're at right now, time wise?
An hour and 30 minutes.
You were very close. Hour and 34. I'm actually going fresh glass.
Holy. It was like
I shoot from the hip and I fucking hit my target. Tried to.
it's like super carbonated
not all
at
the
first,
time.
and then it like dissipated like
Yeah.
super quick.
You
Like
really
give
get that
it like a
banana?
second. It like look at it.
Yeah.
It like disappeared.
These are solid crowlers.
Yeah.
You get a solid strawberry
This is-
banana scent to it.
It's straight strawberry banana.
So
smell.
this already smells
Holy.
like. Remember when Rotunda did
Wow.
their sweet tart sour banana, strawberry banana?
I didn't have that one.
That's what it's kind of in that ballpark already. I'll
But
tell
they
you what,
just
man.
did that as an IP. I think they just did that as an IPA. I actually had
No, sweet. It was a sweet wheat beer.
No, yeah, well, they had it. I'm trying to think. They collaborate with Snitz Creek on one. They did a strawberry banana beer, and that was actually awesome. And it was. I had an older can of it, but it still was like.
This is literally
stellar.
anyone's race tonight. I don't know where anyone's going. Like you know how like
I already know like who's ahead.
I don't know, man.
I know where
pretty
I'm.
easy.
I know where I'm going too.
I haven't had this beer yet, but I think there's 2 beers that are in the running. But I'm interested to see where everyone goes.
I know. I know where I'm going.
I don't. Do you have an idea where you think everyone's going?
No.
I
Not
should be
yet.
blatantly obvious.
That's not sour at all to me.
It's slightly tart.
It's more tart, yeah.
It's not super sour.
Sorry for the lip smacking. That was
Actually, it's
it was
technically a
just-
tart fruit ale. It's not
Oh.
a sour.
Oh boy.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee. All right, so they've actually made a
Yeah, this is a series.
Yeah, this is a series. So they've had a tropical punch, they've had pina colada, they have more fruit.
Tropical punch.
I had a blueberry vanilla one also.
They had
when I was
black
there.
and
That
blue.
sounds good.
Is that the blueberry?
The blueberry vanilla one was the one you asked what jammy one looked like when I sent the picture.
So this one's oh shit, I can't even find it.
So while Tony's looking over that, there's a couple beers I'm trying to get down the pipeline.
How about we finish the ones in the fridge first, you psychopath?
Well, we will, but it's gonna. I
Gotta
didn't
catch
get them
them all.
yet.
They're like Pokemon.
I didn't get them yet, but
All right, so this is a 6%. One friend checked it in already at a 4.5. Spoiler alert: it's someone at this table. He may have brought it tonight. 73 check-ins at a 3.94. So once again, this is not. I mean, it's closer to a 4. This might be the overall highest scored check-in of the night when it comes to everyone.
oh, definitely.
Everyone's been like, I don't want to say tonight has not been a good night, but we've had some heavy fucking hitters on this show.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of beer to the point where we kind of know like what's there.
Like last week, when we fucking had that pinball beer, we were like, this is fucking it. You know what I mean? Like it blew everyone's socks off.
Then we had Trillium, then 2.
Yeah.
We're getting Trillium round 2.
Not right away, but we'll get it.
Not right away, but still though.
Jason, where are you at with this strawberry banana? You don't like either strawberry nor banana
or sours.
or sours. Where do you rank here?
I mean, look. I mean, I guess like a 3.75. I mean, it tastes like it should, but again, you know, I think you're going to be surprised what I think is the beer of the night because, like,
I'm
it's-
really excited when we get
it's
to this
like
point.
you said. Like, I mean, I don't want to say these beers have been underwhelming, but there really isn't any that kind of like stood out and just like smacked me upside the face or.
I would agree with that.
You know what I mean? It's been pretty even across the board. It's not to say that any of it is
It's
particularly bad.
Yeah.
It's just like there's none that kind of like.
Should we just say Flight wins tonight? Is that?
Yeah, you know, it's just
Like
like there's
7. 7 out of 5.
You're still gonna get me every time with that. I know the reference.
I mean, I know what my beer of the night is, but you know.
So what'd you score this one?
You just
Well, I said
3.75.
3.75.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's high.
Yeah.
Ben,
I mean, because it tastes like it should, you know.
Ben.
4.25.
Whoa. Ben may have his beer of the night.
I told you it was blatantly
Holy.
obvious.
Wow.
Blatantly obviously. Here's the thing. If
Think-
I had 2 cans of that, 2 of those cans would be fucking drank, and it's
and
just
then-
gonna be enjoyable that whole entire
And then
time.
you would cut a hole in it and fuck it.
Well, that's what I was just
wouldn't
gonna
be
say. You
that
think that
fucking
hole's
bad.
big enough to get your dick
No,
in
we're
it?
not literally banging beers right at
Well, I
that
thought we were
point.
building the can fleshlight.
It's so funny.
We're not
My
banging
mind
the
was
fucking
right
beers
there
literally,
with that.
man. Come on.
I was
come on.
right there with you on that one.
Go to our
Maybe.
Pornhub channel for that one.
We're not banging the beers literally. Maybe, I don't know. No, but seriously though, not that one really sticks out to me. Yes, I'm a sour guy. Yes, that's just a great tasting beer. And again, like strawberries, banana, and it has milk sugar in it, and it's a sour. Therefore, if I'm going to
This is your
I'm not
style.
gonna
This is your style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
This is
going
your-
to deviate from it. So
Yeah.
that's just a good solid beer overall, and it's 6%.
Yeah, 6%.
That's a
That's
good,
kind of big
nice
for a sour,
That's
actually.
a nice drinkable.
I'll tell you what.
6, 7, 8%
When it
for
comes
us.
to tonight for me, I think what really stands out is can art. This is a big can art night. Abomination dominates in that category.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so awesome.
The
Yeah,
Smurf,
I agree.
the Smurf is fantastic,
Yep.
and
It's
the
a closer runner-up.
The bomb is really cool because obviously a Nintendo fucking Mario guy. That's fucking amazing. And the Irish one from New Trail is a cool can as well. So
don't forget-
Even the flight has a good label. Like,
No,
I
it does.
like it.
Flight
It's
has
a
a-
nice, clean label.
it does.
That's just a
That
straightforward,
flight
like, right to the
label
point.
is very femme.
No bullshit.
in my opinion.
It's like
it's sharp.
Air Force.
It reminds me like of like a Tampax box.
but it's sharp. Like, it's visually appealing.
Dick, we didn't say.
Okay, so you have
Dick doesn't know what a podcast
So
is.
every single person that said when this came out and they commented, I know
it looks very women's hygiene.
everyone's calling them.
I mean, that's technically their demographic.
Everyone's calling them Dickie Ultras.
Yeah.
And that would have been a fucking amazing name, Dickie Ultra. It would have been amazing. You miss opportunity.
So you have the Babam from like Super Mario lore. Then you got the Sum 41 guy. Then you got the Doom guy. Not the Doom guy, the
Doom
Marine, but the
inspired
Doom
looking.
inspired guy. Then you got Papa Hop Smurf. And then you got Swamp Thing.
Hop thing.
This is which is Hop Thing. Therefore, that's like a solid.
Yeah, and all the cans
this is the
are
this is the
awesome.
best can art episode
Yeah, the can art's
overall.
banging. Yeah.
I like the
And you got the Tartan Terror, Flannery's
Which even though
Irish.
That's more Scottish, but whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I know. I know.
Not gonna split hairs on that.
I'm just like so.
But it's
used
still a
to-
cool
yeah.
can.
What are you scoring it, Ben? What are you giving the
He
bomb?
already scored it.
I already scored it, you goofball.
What'd you give it?
A 4.25.
Oh, that's right.
You goof.
All right, I'm giving it. It's delicious. Now, I don't know, man. To me it flashes me back to Rotunda on their strawberry wheat tart beer, but I enjoyed the wheat tart beer better, and I think I might have given that a 5. That might have been a 5er for me. This is good. I really, really like it. I don't think it's that. I don't think it meets the Rotunda strawberry banana for me.
That's fine with you, yeah.
I gave it a 4. I think this is a great beer.
Still very solid
If I'm in
score.
Gettysburg, I'm going to Foursquare.
I originally
Four score. Tom.
score.
Four
Score in 7 years ago.
going to Foursquare.
So I actually originally did 4.25 and I bumped it up. I think it actually tasted even better out of the Crowler today. Like I just for some reason this one just hits.
It's a
for me.
fantastic beer.
It just like I could drink this one all day.
And just to kind of piggyback on you with like the crowlers and all that, sometimes whenever you have like a Hudson Valley sour on tap, you're like, okay. But when you ever have it out of the can, for some reason, it's that
I don't know,
weird,
something mellowed or
that weird
something.
Freaky Friday fucking shit where it's like it flips.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, I thought it was
and,
just like even better
yeah.
the second time around.
Yeah, it's
So-
a good beer.
that's a solid one.
But definitely
All right.
my new favorite place in Gettysburg because they have a few different breweries down there. So like Tattered Flag has a tap room there.
oh, fair. There's
There's an Appalachian Brewing Company, a big one.
Ooh.
They have a really nice like park attached to it, like it's like a beer garden.
Oh wow.
And they have like a window that you can just grab beers and sit in their like picnic like park area.
That's kind of how Guinness is in Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to
Then
do like a weekend, like
there
the four
is-
of us just
yeah,
fucking
that'd be awesome.
pounding
Take
beers.
a drive, yeah.
Then there is Battlefield Brew Works, which their building is an old farmhouse that was used as a Confederate field hospital during the war.
Yo.
They actually have like
Spoiler alert, you guys lost.
there's actually like the floorboards. There's still like blood stains in the floorboards.
Oh, we gotta go.
Yeah.
We should just take a weekend and just fucking stay in Gettysburg.
I'll tell you what.
Dude, I love Gettysburg.
If we do like I have 7 days of annual leave left. I put on
I don't
like
have
a
any
whole
of
bunch
that.
of leave.
Then-
I get my time back later.
Then there's also
Soon.
Hey, pro tip or hint, we may or may not be hiring.
Oh yeah,
So I'll tell you more about that later.
cool.
But then there's some other like there's like amazing Irish bar called what the fuck is it? Gary Owen. That they have a bunch of awesome Irish beers, a ridiculous whiskey list,
Oh,
and like you can get a proper Guinness there.
I gotta get to Gettysburg.
Then there's bars all over town. It's great.
And
Yeah.
then we have an episode called Whippin' Whiskey.
Let's do
Whipping
it.
whiskey, I'm whipping my dick out.
Just right on the table.
I'm getting kicked out of.
Right on the table.
I get the opposite of the whiskey
Yeah.
dick. With whiskey, I turn into a porn star. Hottie's like, leave me alone. It's bad.
It
You're
happens,
poking
man.
her ass.
I'm poking at anything I can poke at. I'm a savage. I turn into a caveman.
Why are they returning these into the fleshlights?
Yeah.
Literally.
All right.
banging
So I want to
beers.
start. I want to start tonight. Well, you were at what with this one?
4-5.
4-5.
It was 4-2-5. I went 4-5. I don't know. There's something
Wow,
about this
that's
one.
a hot score.
There's something about this one that I really, really like it.
Hot
and
score.
The funny thing is, like, I'm not even that huge into strawberry banana flavored things. Like, I like it.
I'm telling you.
But it's
the
just something with
strawberry
this one-
lactose IPA
Like
combo just fucking
Like, it has
works.
like almost like a
Really need it.
vanilla-y finish to it, and
Yeah.
it's like I don't know, something about
You
this
know
one's
what?
just awesome.
I want to try and pick that out for you.
The blueberry vanilla one was really good too, but this one was better.
Nice.
Not
Shut
a
the
whole
fuck
lot.
up.
It's just like maybe like a quarter. No, don't do it. Don't
it's
do
just
it.
a little
Don't
bit-
do it.
He goes.
There's this little vanilla
I taste
finish
it.
to it, even though it doesn't say anything about vanilla in it. It's just there's this. That's what I get out of it.
me pick that out for you.
You can swish it around and spit it out like a wine
You
tasting.
fucking idiot.
I'm not hey, I'm a weird. I'm a fucking idiot. But
I
you know
love-
what? You have me
Did you
around
ever see
yet.
the whole thing, like how like sommeliers are just complete bullshit?
Yeah.
I'm not bull. I never.
No, I'm
bullshit.
just like
I know.
No, just like the wine tasters. Like they're like
Yeah.
oh blah blah.
Yeah.
There was a I think there was a documentary on Netflix. If it's either that or a YouTube video, I can't remember. But like they dyed white wines red. And they took them to some of these like crazy like high rated sommeliers, and they like pointed out how great of a red it was, and then they told them
You're an asshole.
and it was like your whole profession's bullshit.
Speaking of documentaries, and speaking of, you just literally brought this in my head. And when I got the request, not even request, when I got the alert that they're following us on Instagram, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little excited. We're being followed by Port in PA. The documentary.
Port and P. Oh wow.
Yeah, the people who went around did a documentary of like the breweries that's on Amazon right
Oh, that's
now.
cool.
They're following us, and that they're making a web series now where they're going to do more local stuff in PA.
That's cool.
I'm like, I may give it a day or two and then reach out to them and be like, hey, like, we're not huge, but if you ever want to come and do a collaboration episode with us, I'm down.
We have the big dick energy to actually do stuff and things.
Hey, now I did a Howard there.
Hey now,
All
Sorry,
right, so
but
I'm really
we kind of are. I'm really liking the whole, the whole momentum that we are providing.
Yeah, man.
This year,
Like
man.
I said, we got-
It feels like that. Like it was just like the whole new resurrection January, and we're hitting hard.
Well, I mean,
which
like-
is awesome.
we're getting a lot of traction. Like we went up over 100 people in the past week.
yeah.
200
weeks.
people about.
Two, is it two? Almost two now.
Thank you, Jason.
Well, it's not all me; it's everyone. But
Well, no, I think making this a team effort and every single person.
I'm
on the
just,
team,
I'm just saying though. Like, hey, he's like, hey, let's put it out there. I'm gonna give him credit. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean,
all of
everyone
us-
did their part. But
yeah, I mean,
we
everyone
did,
invited our friends list.
like
Yeah.
once we got up over 1,000, I think we're up over like
I know it's 1,100, so that's
Yeah,
why I
it was
said
like
200 about.
and it was
6,
like
I think.
maybe another 25 this week or something.
And people,
which is
and like
pretty good.
1,200 some people are
And the more-
following us,
and
and
the-
that's not bad either.
and the more we keep putting it out there and commenting and saying Bangin' Beers
Yeah.
podcast,
1126.
yeah,
Yeah.
and saying like and letting other people on to write reviews. Like there's literally a fucking food page on School County right now that's killing it because they're
Yeah.
allowing other people to contribute as well.
oh yeah,
Yeah, and people drink every fucking weekend in this county. We can definitely gain that momentum. We just got to let people in. Jason, you're the only one in this table.
You're the dwarf for this one.
You're the only one at this
What?
table that is my dark horse. I want you to go first and pick your beer of the night.
Well, look, as far as
Well, let him rate the Jamba first.
well, I
and
did.
go from there.
He did.
I rated this the highest, but in all honesty, the Rotunda and this are kind of like neck and neck for a tie for me. But I would actually, and it's not because I bought a keg of this, but I would go a little bit higher on this one
Okay, so
just
that's it.
because.
So in other words,
it
that's
has,
your choice.
Yeah, that's 9.8%. So bang for my buck. I'm getting it out of that right there.
That is
you know?
that is a very fair point.
Yeah,
But I
definitely.
know this isn't going to be the beer of the night because I saw where you guys were, so we can just move it back here.
No,
but-
put it back. Put it
No,
back.
keep it there.
No,
Yeah,
I-
fuck it.
That's
Yeah.
your beer of the night,
That's
man.
Yeah.
that's my beer of the night. Yeah,
Hey,
Because we go top
Subjective.
we
It's
go top
subjective.
3 here. We go
Yeah.
top 3.
and that's actually a cool thing that we do. I like the whole like beer of the night, first, second,
Yeah.
third. You know what I mean?
that was my idea.
Ben, it was.
It was.
do I really need to say it
I know. Yeah, I could,
right off the bat for
yeah.
me? And if I had to go with second,
Not yet.
oh, all right. Well, too late.
I know
Spoil
where
on
this
video-
is going to end.
on
I can
video.
see it.
Andy.
While this is my highest rated, I really like it. This guy right here is my number one, though. Like, I would
We have a 3-way tie.
like
for
to keep
first.
that a case in the fridge.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
All right. Comes down to me for the
Fucking
beer of the night.
no pressure.
I know what it's going to be.
no fucking pressure, Tony.
Do you?
Well,
Oh, don't
I've
pull
a-
fucking Dirty Harry on us. Don't fucking pull Dirty Harry on us.
This is
Rusty
my highest
Venture.
rated as well.
Yeah.
Rusty Venture.
It's going to be one of the two. It's not this, but it's going to be that or that.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Tonight, my beer of the night, I'm going to go 4.
That's a good.
Oh, still 4 score though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for me, like these two were tied, so I'm fine with that. I
Yep.
mean, you know, that would be close for me too. Yeah.
For anyone's second runner-up, is anyone at... We'll start with Ben this time. You already put yours out there.
Yeah, the hell can. Yeah, that was just a good one overall. I'm not saying that this beer, the Another New World, was a bad beer. It was a good. I like trying a few more beers.
I may be biased.
overall.
I may be biased because this is a hazy. But I do agree 100% with Jason's logic on the Papa Hop.
Yeah, no, bang for buck. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like
'Cause it's-
these two are neck and neck. So second for me would be that. You
Yeah.
know. So.
I'm like, and Papa does not drink like a 9.2.
No,
I mean,
it doesn't.
this
That's why I
is-
said it was crushable.
This
too.
was my highest rating because it tastes like
Exactly
it should.
like
you know,
that.
and it's very good. But for me, I wouldn't want to drink a lot of.
You
it,
are like
know?
more, you're saying it's more to the point.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I'm
it's
kind
just
of
like
out on it,
the
too.
Yeah,
last
that's
week
what I
with
like about it, too.
the coconut and chocolate. Like that's not something I drink a lot of.
Yeah.
But when they hit it, they hit
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
right
like
on
this
the
one,
nose.
like
I
this
agree.
crowler is probably about the amount I could drink in a sitting,
Speaking of that,
but I can pound down those IPAs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
does
Totally
anyone
get it.
else have anything on the table that they want to put in the running for second place?
No, not really.
No, I already put mine out there.
Second place, Jamba.
Yeah, I would have to say like
Second place
as
on
far
the
as
four
you
score.
guys, it would have to be those
Like
two.
I was
from what I've seen.
like,
Well, what do you think?
belie-
oh, what's that? I mean, so this is my first. That's my second. You know.
So he's going first, and then
No, this is my first. That's
oh,
my
that's
second.
your first.
Yeah.
That's your second. So
Yep.
all right,
What would your second place be?
I already told you second place.
Okay, and yours?
Getting very
Jamba.
confusing here.
But this
Bomb.
was your first.
No, that was my second. This is my first.
Oh, okay.
So we'll
Yeah, like
move
I
that
said,
one
like
up.
I love this
second.
one. Don't get me like
So
I said.
my-
when
I think we're
prefaced it with-
getting fucked up with the placements.
No,
I,
no,
I
no,
prefaced
no,
that
no.
one with
So
even though
my-
this was my highest score.
So this
that's
is,
my favorite.
Yeah.
of
So
them.
this is the second place lineup.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, correct.
and then third.
No, I haven't done my second yet. So
You go
pretty
ahead.
much my
Sorry
second
about
place
that.
would determine the overall second.
That's
Go ahead.
correct.
Sorry
yes.
about that. My
Yeah.
fault. My fault. I am in fault. It's
all right.
Fault, so.
It's okay.
The fuck.
What say you, Tony?
Man, I'm torn. 'Cause I like all three of these beers. I'm going Papa.
Oh, wow.
Papa!
Surprise.
Third place.
Third place.
For me, it would be that.
Jamba.
Because that was my highest rated. Yeah,
Okay,
so
Ben?
that would be third.
Ooh.
Are you just doing this to do this?
No, I'm not being a dick about
just
it.
kidding.
But seriously though, like that would be a good solid third place.
Over this. Oh, I mean over Jamba. What was your
No,
first place beer?
First place was Jamba.
Your first place was Jamba.
Yeah.
Your second place was this. Your third place was this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then your first was this.
No, my
No,
first
theirs
was
is
this.
this.
Yeah.
My
Your
second
First place
that,
was
and
in
my
our
third
new
was that.
world.
And this. And
no,
then your
Papa
first
Smurfs.
My
was-
first was
Smurfs,
this.
second.
Second. What would your third place be?
I'll go with it. Does this look infected? Will also be my third.
It's a nice solid lineup. It's they had their own different unique taste to it. It's again, like you said, it's nothing like
It kind of makes it hard because like they're all like sort of basically even.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
So
it's not to say any of them are bad, but there's really none that like completely just
Like-
stand out like where it's like, oh my god, it's got to be that. You
I
know
would
what mean?
love to try these abominations with a better carbonation. Like I feel like they were way, and also like I said, we don't know how old these cans are, so that could play a factor too. Like I would
Yeah.
love to try them fresh.
yeah, and like this criticism that we do, it's just helping the brewers out.
yeah, we're not being disrespectful.
much
Well,
more.
look, I gotta
We're just
say,
telling you, hey,
the one thing
this is what you
about
can do better.
Abomination is like, I mean, it's very small batch, and because of that, it's very expensive. So I tend to think that stuff from Abomination lingers around just a little bit more because it's a higher price tag. I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking over $20
they're
for a 4-pack.
they're trying to make up
usually,
their
a lot of
costs.
times,
Yeah.
so.
All right. So my third place beer is in this lineup as well. I enjoy all three of these beers. You can't go wrong with all three. I like all three of these. So far, everything that's in the top three, I 100% agree with. But if I had to go with my third place beer, I'm gonna go with No Only Hell Can Save Us. I really, really like this. This is my highest ranked beer, only because it hit every fucking note that possible has. This was very close to my third because I really, really enjoyed this as well. This is I think this is my second highest ranked beer that does look infected. But this was just a fucking really good. This is a good beer. Like so. This is what I would pick normally. If I was out somewhere and this was out, this is what I would pick. The Another New World, double hop, Papa Hop. It had a weird aftertaste, but for being a 9%, and if I was paying the same price per can,
Yeah.
I would go there to get fucked up quick.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's almost 10%.
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
And then this
Yeah.
was just a fucking really tasty beer with Only Hell Can Save Us. But I'm torn, man, because Jamba was really fucking good.
That one seriously sold me, just solely because, again, like
Here's
two
the thing, too.
ingredients, three ingredients: milk, sugar, strawberry, banana.
We've had a lot of these beers on
yeah,
this show.
I get it. Yeah,
So I think that might have diluted it a little bit as well, because we've
That's fair.
had so many flavored, beers. I'm telling you what. Realistically, this is fucking really close to being in there. It really is.
would you consider it an honorable mention?
100%.
Oh,
The
yeah,
whole
definitely.
table's honorable mention except for a certain person.
None of these beers tonight were bad.
No.
but they were all equally right on target. I would say. I think they were all right there.
And that's what I really like about how we had this episode just lined up as is.
And this was completely. We didn't. I mean,
This was a tour.
It's kind of random. Like
Not random, but it was just more along the lines of like you could be torn. Like
Well,
it
yeah.
was like splitting hair, not really splitting hairs, but like you really had to make a decision between one or the other.
Well, I mean, also because
which is
the way,
nice.
the way the beers came together too. Like
Yeah.
last week, you had all the Trillium ones and stuff.
Yeah.
And this week was kind of like the Abomination forward one. But like, I happened to be in Gettysburg. Jason went down to Rotunda and grabbed
Yeah.
the New Trail. So
My guess is if I would have brought the New Trail IPA, it would have crushed everything.
Really?
it blew through.
is
like
that
a
the
fucking sonic boom.
cryogenic?
Yeah,
I got a
yeah.
4-pack today of that at the Craft House.
Did you?
It's good. Yeah,
I didn't try it yet.
It's
though.
typical of New Trail. Yeah.
But like, this is kind of like a happy accident because like I knew, like I heard about it, we just
happy
hadn't
accident.
gotten to get a chance to get there yet. But so my wife went on like a girls' trip. They rented a house in Gettysburg last
I
week.
seen that. And your wife forgot her fucking key.
Yeah, so
And you're like,
she gets
"Son of a
home. She's like,
bitch."
I can't
fucking
find,
love her to death.
I can't find. She couldn't find her bag, and the most important part of the bag was her fucking car keys were in it. And I'm like, fuck, I guess we're going down to Gettysburg now. So we drove down to Gettysburg. She's like, where do you want to go to eat? And I'm like, let's try Fourscore because it's new. Like, they've only been open like the year.
Really? So these are a year-old beers.
That's another reason why I
If
picked that beer.
Like, they opened, I want to say tail end of 2018 they opened.
Wow.
So they've only been open a little over a year.
Do they have food?
Yeah.
So
So it was phenomenal.
All right, let's recap this real quick. New Trail, full. I've never been there, but I believe they have a food menu. They do have, obviously beers on tap. Abomination doesn't have a home stable yet. Rotunda does have a place in what's that town called?
Anvil. They have Anvil and Hershey.
And Hershey. I don't know about Hershey, but Anvil has food.
Yeah, there's
really,
a restaurant attached.
really
to
good
it.
food. It's like
The
attached to a
Bardorf.
bar.
The
Bardorf
fries,
The Bardorf, yes.
the
Bardorf.
fries at the Hershey one are the best fries I've ever had in my life.
Okay, so
Whoa.
food once
That's a
again.
bold claim.
Either
No, they're
location.
phenomenal.
I'm a French fry guy, too.
They
We'll
had
have to
this
go.
like
French fry only way.
buttery
to go about
hot sauce dip for them too. Holy shit, was it
it.
good?
Buttery hot sauce.
Yeah, like a wing sauce, but for your fries.
But they
Yo.
brew out of the
Anvil's the main brewery.
yeah,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
they send it. Okay,
So they have like basically a tap room and restaurant in
Gotcha.
Hershey.
and then Fourscore is brand new, has a restaurant and beer.
yes.
Wow, good
That's
for them.
Stellar.
And like it's gonna be an awesome place when it's nice out too because they have a really nice patio, and like they have like garage doors that open up in the restaurant too. So when it's like a nice day,
They're definitely on my radar. They're a brewery. If I seen them, I'm looking for them.
well, I had 2 drafts and a flight from them down there, and then I brought these cans home, and everything I had was
We
awesome.
got to get a sticker of them.
We really
But I
should
talked to their bar manager, and he's all about doing something too. So
Really?
I have his email. And everything, so.
I should have talked
to figure that out.
when I went there at one point. Hidden River. That's
Hidden
like
River's
in Douglas,
awesome.
Douglasville.
Yeah.
and like
Hidden. I thought
yeah,
Hidden Story.
no. Hidden River is in Douglasville, and they actually have a private area where we can actually.
Hidden River's a really cool place. Like,
Yeah,
it's an
that's-
old farmhouse.
Yeah.
It's creepy as fuck too. Like
Yeah,
Really?
it was flooded at one point, and then like it used to be a restaurant, and then here the Sons wanted to do a brewery, and they ended up like unfolding it to be a brewery
Yeah.
and a restaurant then too, and that's a solid place.
Yeah, like the
That's
inside-
super nice.
the
Oh my
inside is
God.
like one of the seating areas is like a library.
yeah,
And then there's like a hallway you walk through that's like there's like an upstairs of the farmhouse, but you can't go there. But like it's creepy. Like it's like this
Yeah.
place is fucking haunted. Then
there's
like,
some apparition shit.
then
yo.
they have like they have 2 bars in the place, and like they have like the small one. They have another one where they have like entertainment and stuff too. But they
Yeah.
also have an amazing patio and a river walk.
yes.
Okay.
So they have a little like trail you can walk along the creek that's right there.
Get all
and
fucked
drink
up and
beers.
get lost?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I mean, you can't go that far to get lost. I mean, I guess you could if you try, but like it's just like they have a nice little walking trail along the river that you can go grab a beer at the bar and go walk
Nice.
up and down the church.
This summer, man, we're gonna hit it up. Even if we're not invited to breweries on Sundays, if you guys want to get together and go fucking,
Oh, yeah,
host it.
man.
Jesus
Just go try
Christ,
stuff,
oh,
I'm in.
man.
Yeah.
We really should
It's like
do
98% of what I do
if
just
we-
regularly. So let's
If
do
we
it as a
want to
crew.
really want to, we should.
We could
really
do
hit
car
a
ride home
circus.
episodes.
Yeah.
A circuit. We probably should do like a Philly circuit, just like the 4 of us do a
That's
Philly
a fucking
circuit.
drive though on a
But I'm just saying though, like go like to Ardmore, like with tired hands, and
Well, we
then
could do
like
like
take
we
the
could go
subway
like not
and
quite
all
get to
stuff.
Philly. I'd say like we could go like Philly's all right, but like
Because you could go.
we should start
we go to
small
Ardmore
first.
and work
tired
back.
hands and imprint easy.
We should start small
Then do,
first,
like,
like
Tired hands imprint.
like your Cunninghams, and then you branch out and go to like your Reddings, and then your
Well,
Harrisburgs.
if we went down to where the Philly area,
we're
we could,
we're hitting it hard with
what we could do is
vocal
like
wise, but
like Tired Hands, Imprint, and then on the way back is Stickman, Root Down.
yes, Royersford, yes,
Yeah, Stickman, Root Down. There's a few in Phoenixville actually.
and there's even
Crowded
hijinks in
Castle.
Allentown too.
You know what
then-
bums me out? We're losing Stouds. I fucking like their beers.
Hey, who knows what might happen?
I hope they get bought, man, because
You
they're
never
fucking.
know.
They make great beers,
That lady has been brewing beer for quite some time.
and she's
and
fucking good at
Yeah,
it.
you never know, man. Someone could pick it up.
Yeah.
I mean that's an
And then
established.
we have
brand,
Black Rock opening, hopefully this summer.
and hopefully it's good.
Yeah, we'll hope. Well, I already have a work with that too. We're in as soon as it's open.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's good.
But like I said,
Obviously.
there's that trail back from like basically from Tired Hands back
and our boys at Pillaroo, when they open their brewery,
Yeah.
we're pretty much we have it in.
because you could do, like I said, then like Hidden Rivers on the way back, and then if you want, you can stop in Reading. So
Have Heidi be our DD. Heidi, drive.
We can hire my buddy to drive his van.
Yeah, it might be worth it.
And not only that, we can. Well,
I'd say
I
Rich should be the DD. But
I'm gonna
you don't
try and work
partake.
Barley Mow.
Barley Mow's awesome. I
want to try and work Barley Mow. I wanted to try and get like a good email out of it.
Yeah,
like,
they have-
Well, I got all the dates
message.
out.
I love that
so-
place.
When you send emails, try to tag our stuff so they can kind of listen to what we're about.
Yeah, they seem to
Yeah.
be really open to a lot of stuff too, especially with their beer garden is amazing.
Yeah.
And like they have a ton of cans, bottles, drafts. They have they extended their place, so like it's actually doubled in size in the past year. The
And
beer
kind of-
wall's awesome too.
Beer Wall's fucking fun.
And kind of a way then
Beer
too,
Wall and
like,
Springhouse.
Damn.
We should try Springhouse as well.
and kind of a way then too, like some of these breweries, like some of the breweries, some of like the bottle shops and what have you. Like, I'm not saying that they're becoming non-existent, but
That's the
at the
thing,
same
too.
time, like,
We really need to.
hey, people need to know where to go, like
Yeah.
if they want to get to it, and it's like it's
We,
kind of
we
like,
need to not forget about local bars
Yeah.
that provide these things.
Yeah.
We can't forget about local beer distributors like
Yeah.
Bloomsburg.
Well, actually, I have some news for that too.
And Craft
for
House, and also I know they have a back room we could probably work out of, but we need to do
Yeah.
something. We gotta hit those guys up too, because they're just as important to the
Oh,
beer
yeah.
game as anyone else.
Well, I talked to Billy at Craft House today, and they're actually going to start getting Stickman beers there too.
oh,
Cool.
that's
Yeah, they're
cool.
all- I
And-
guess
and
they
actually
talk
come
to
out
their-
with
You got to
stuff.
ask them
Good
like a
stuff.
one day on a Sunday
Yeah,
where we can come
sure
into
they
the
could do
table
that.
up somewhere and just fucking do an episode.
They would be all about it, I'm sure.
It'd be so much fun. And people who walk in and buy beers can fucking come sit down
Yeah.
and talk about why they bought it. So much fun.
I was bummed today because I stopped in and I grabbed that. I was like, well, I need a 4-pack for the weekend or some beers, and like they were doing the flight testing. And
Yeah.
I'm bummed I just missed the Yingling rep.
Really?
Yeah, so I was like, oh.
I honestly,
Don't
I still
forget,
wanna,
we
I
have
s-
that corporate number though.
I do want to do a Yingling episode.
Well, it wasn't so much for that. I wanted
I'm
to be
just
like,
saying,
where's my
though.
double dry hop Chesterfield at?
yeah.
While
I'll tell you
you're
what,
on the topic,
The Yingling rep who was at Brewfest last year was a fucking super nice dude. Like they were smart. They brought Golden and they brought Chetty to the Brewfest, and like I couldn't leave the table, and I was like, well, I have no beer all day, and he's like, what do you mean you have no beer? I'm like, well, I'm by myself. Like, I can't go and experience beers. And all day long, he would pull the Valkyr open, and he'd be like, here's a Chetty, here's a Chetty, here's a Chetty.
Well, like Chetty's a hidden gem of Yingling. I wish they would distribute it further.
They don't market it. They don't put merch out for it.
I have
Nothing.
never seen it outside of Schuylkill County.
Yeah.
Do you want
I
me-
mean, maybe once I might have.
do you want me to say something about Yingling? They should really pull a wild card move.
Cut the brakes.
They make a. They should make a Neapolitan milk stout. And here's the reason why. They have the creamery, and I think they could pull off a stout if they really
Well,
wanted
no,
to.
they sold their ice cream rights.
I think that
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
they don't actually make it; just has the name.
But still, though, they
I'm-
should try and
like
do
I said, I
something
think what
like
they would
that.
do cool
That'd be
is
wild.
sticking to their German roots, like doing like a Berliner Weiss or
Yep.
like a Radler. Like, because like Shandy's originated in Germany. Like that'd be cool. Like
That would be good.
this is
That
a
would
fucking
be
lemonade. It
wild.
would be way cooler than this.
Realistically, the way they're going is like, what's Yingling making next? So you're like, a seltzer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
you know what I mean? Like they're
I wouldn't be
they're more
surprised.
pandering, which is smart. I get it. Like people in School County, they only drink their Miller Lite, Coors Light, Yinglings. You know, so if they're gonna tap into a market, they want to tap into the Yingling market. I mean, the Miller Lite market, they want to tap into the Michelob Ultra market because they want to do what they can see. When the reps go to a local bar and they look in the trash can, it's Miller Lite and fucking Michelob, and they're like, "Well, how can we change those Michelob and Miller Lights to us?"
well, yeah,
And in a
that,
way,
like I
too-
said, in a business sense, it makes sense. It's just with the volume they can do, they could do this and something else.
Yeah, show us some love at the craft beer drinkers.
Because they're technically the #1 craft brewer in the United States.
They're the oldest craft brewer.
Well, I mean, it's all by volume.
So
but-
match these guys and give us some cool shit every now and then.
yeah.
Personally, the Shandy thing wouldn't be too far off. It's not out of their element, and at the same time, no, it's something different. It's a craft beer, and you know, it could be a 4%, a 5%, you know, Shandy.
I mean,
but
Shandy's
hey,
not supposed to be
something
more than
different.
that.
Hey, fucking do something about
Another beer
it.
trivia. You know
All
where
right,
Shandy's
Sorry for
came
being
from?
so harsh about it.
That's right. Ben, what do you got to plug?
What do I got to plug? Well, nothing.
Nothing at all.
Maybe or maybe not. Tony's just like, you do have something, but I'm not going to tell you.
Jason,
but-
what do you got to plug?
Go ahead, Jason.
I'm good.
Nothing. Andy.
In the studio tomorrow and Sunday, hopefully wrapping up vocals for Hands Resist.
Awesome.
So hopefully we'll be able to get a single out soon.
I do. I lied.
What do you got?
Thank you. It's Not Beer podcast for plugging us like the 3 times that you did and listening, because Josh is actually listening to our stuff. He actually says his thing is, I can't believe that guy does 4 fucking 4 podcasts overall, and they're like, holy shit. Like,
Yeah, I'm a
even
psycho.
like new faces or like guests that they've had, they're like, holy shit, he does fucking a lot. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not. I don't want to toot my own horn or toot the
No,
network's horn. but
he's
It's not a
humble
personal
about it.
plug then,
It's a
but-
lot of work.
We like you guys. It's Just Beer podcast, not just because I know Dan and I met one of you guys. Fuck you, fuck you, Andy.
I love you, buddy.
I know. It's all love.
Blow
But
'em when we get to New York. Jesus.
no, I'm gonna have a secret surprise for Uncle Dan.
You gonna blow him?
No,
Phrasing.
no,
You gonna jerk him off?
no,
You gonna touch his dick?
no,
He wants
gonna
to touch
touch your
your
dick?
no,
He wants to touch your dick.
no. I'm gonna do a wild card. I'm gonna do a Charlie wild
You gonna
card.
kiss him on the face?
No,
I'm gonna kiss Josh right in the mouth.
That must have been
if you
poison about one
do,
of my
we gotta film
constituents.
it.
All right.
You gotta film it.
Do you want to come
Like,
to New York?
if
What is that day?
When is it?
Sometime in June. We're still figuring it out.
Possibly.
We're gonna drive to New York.
As long as I'm free, I'm
We got to figure out the logistics
because
of
they
that. Then
here,
too.
realistically, they have 3
As long
guys.
as it's not June 6th, I think I'm good.
I'll
I
avoid
think we
you
should.
two.
Honestly, just my opinion. 3 and 3, 6, and
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
yeah. I'm just saying.
New York's
though.
a tough drive, and I know you have kids and stuff, so that'd be tough.
Don't forget. I'm gonna do that ride too.
I do.
Can you drive stick?
Yeah.
All right,
We,
because if
we
he
already
gets
discussed
I
this.
fucking
if
love
he
we already
gets
discussed
if he
this.
gets fucking shit hammered and we can't get home, at least I have you to
Yeah, I
back
can
me
drive
up.
stick.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
I'd be
I don't fucking
for
trust
real.
him.
No, for real.
I got
Like
one
you
plug
have
I wanna
no
throw in
idea.
real quick.
What's
it's
that?
not a personal plug, but I know this will air after it because Hillside's doing tomorrow a free adoption for cats for all weekend.
Because they got fucking
They're
heat.
horribly overrun right now.
They got heat.
Well, they got fake heat
Yeah, fake heat.
because some scumbags telling people that they're just they're just putting cats down.
Oh,
which they're
shit.
no kill shelter.
Yeah.
So which is and like they're actually just on the news I think today about it.
Yeah, they cleared
So-
up all the
Oh
rumors.
shit!
Idiots are spreading shit online about how they're just killing cats, which they definitely are not.
Yeah.
And they have way too many that they probably should have, but they're doing a free adoption event tomorrow. This will already air after that, but they still need help. Cats are like $25. If you want a cat, check out
Share it to
Hillside.
the page just to get it out
Yeah,
there.
I will. But they're really looking like they need help. Like people just dump all their cats at Hillside and they are doing their best. So.
And it's not derogatory when I say this, but it's like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
Ben, get a cat
Pretty
for
much.
your apartment, your house, new house.
I already have 2 lined up because there's 2 cats. There's 2 of them that look exact. They're 2 black cats with like white in their chest. Do you know why I named them? Jasper and Casper.
Are they stray cats?
They're stray cats. Yeah.
So you're
and like
adopt
the
2
one,
stray cats.
the one's like
That's
the one
fine,
looks
'cause
at you
then they
like that, and the other one's just like
So you're gonna bring 2 stray cats in?
That's
maybe or
fine.
maybe not. I don't
That'd
know.
be cool.
No, that's cool
Yeah.
because then they don't end up in the shelter
But I
or
like-
someone murdering them.
But no, they just been floating around. I just always like seeing
People are
them every
dead.
once
Ben's
in a
front
while.
porch smelled horrible of cat piss when he first. When
I
he
had to
first bought
rip
that.
up all this. Like I
Yeah,
actually got like
that's
the
unfortunately
X-Acto
one when
blade
you
and
have
all.
a bunch of ferals, but I mean,
Yeah, they're
that's
kinda
irresponsible. Other people,
They're
so.
kind of like that too, but like they're pretty slick. You could kind of tell. They're like kind of young,
just get them fixed.
Yeah.
but I like my dogs and
Yeah.
But
I
like,
wish I
it's-
could get
that's
my
just,
2
it sucks
dogs.
that people are like Hillside gets so much heat that
Yeah.
they don't deserve
No, absolutely not.
because you'll have one idiot that got their animal taken from them because they're a scumbag and shouldn't have animals,
Agreed.
and then they'll spread a bunch of Hillside did this blah 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 blah, and they'll spread that all around. But it's
I
like
might bring it-
they did the best thing for the animal because you're a piece of shit.
yeah.
So
Here's my thing. I lost my dog for a fucking weekend where she ran away because she's fucking super high anxiety. And I was the first person to find her. You know why? Because I fucking stayed out there from sun up to sundown and looked for
Yeah.
my dog.
Yeah, like our Shiba used to run away all the time, and like he would if like and we would track that motherfucker. I almost died the one day chasing him.
Dude, I walked. So between Monty City and Shenandoah, the coal plant. That's where Lady ran away on Center Street in Monty City and made her way between Monty City and Shenandoah. And I literally was up in the Uke roads. I almost fucking destroyed my car at the head of the time. And I walked for 3 miles through fucking waist high snow and was just tracking footprints, thinking it was her. And I'm in waist high snow. Lady's fucking this big. It wasn't her footprints, but I was desperate. We ended up finding her, but man, like I was concerned because she got hit. She escaped, and the weekend she escaped, we got hit with 3 blizzards. I was like, she's dead. She's dead. Yeah,
they're resilient though, but like it sucks that people won't go look for them.
Apparently,
yeah.
My aunt's dog ran away, and we couldn't fucking find that dog. It was like the dog's name was Bootsy. But I'm like,
sometimes honestly, dogs run away because they know they're gonna die, and they don't want to do it in front of you.
Yeah, that's true. A friend of ours had a dachshund that was like 20 years old.
Wow.
And he just ran away the one night.
Never tried to escape their whole
lives.
But
he didn't die.
Yeah.
They found him. Someone took him to the hillside. He was like hanging out with these like 2 like young like female dogs.
Oh, he's trying to get laid.
Yeah, and then they brought him back.
He's like, I'm about to get. I'm
gonna die. I'm gonna go out.
I'm gonna get some puss.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna get some fucking strange dog puss.
Well, Tony will know about Cookie, my chocolate lab. She's like 14 years old, like 100-pound.
That dog wasn't run away.
That burly chest dog. All right, I'll tell you what.
Go piss, Jesse.
Like heart palpitations.
We get too sappy for Jason. Jason's like, fuck this. I'm gonna go piss.
Heart palpitations. The dog basically kind of like in and out.
Yeah.
And my dad had to fucking revive the fucking dog like 5 times, and it's like to the point where like it wasn't her anymore. It was just like, holy
and
shit.
that's when you know when it's.
And you're like, oh, and we had to put her down.
Podcast.
Yeah.
But mainly, like I said,
hey, we go through a whole.
Our shelters, not just Hillside, but
emotions.
Ruth Steinhardt too. Like they need, like people are shitheads. They abandon their animals.
Oh, I agree.
Well,
yeah.
You know what we should do in the summertime again? We should do what you guys did and like
another benefit.
Let's do the
that'd be really cool.
the podcast and bands and fucking try
that'd
to
be great.
Do strikers and get a bunch of benefits for
no, that'd be awesome to do that again. But like I said, they need our help. So if you're looking for an animal, fucking,
I'll help throw shows together if it all goes to charity, so I don't have to worry about the money.
Yeah, don't go to a fucking breeder.
Right.
Don't go to a fucking pet store. There's plenty that need your help.
Yeah.
So,
But just gotta give it credit. Not Bangin' Beers. It's just beer. You guys, thank you for listening to us. Greatly appreciate it.
I've been listening.
We're super psyched. And Tony's been listening too. We're super psyched to, accompany you. We're gonna go 3 versus 3. We're gonna do Marvel versus Capcom 2 bullshit. We're gonna take you for a ride with PA beers.
Anyway, here's some Fate of the Exile.